Hello.
Forest silence. Complex formation consists of spirals from gravity, geometric through magnetic cycles, macro to micro, or black scrolls of Michael, helical umbilical cords to spinal, crack codes of Bible. Now, molecules at high altitudes begin to move, causing friction, sparks the flames, the particles, the water part, and got it fused. So hot it starts to brew. Within the relativity rules, the atmosphere begins to cool. A transplant without tubes, a surgery without tools. A city begin to build itself in the silence. Kingdoms construct themselves with science, and other atoms join into an alliance. A blueprint without guidance, highly evolved, ether gods agreed upon how to create kingdoms in the quiet. Solar flares, rays blaze the surface of Uranus, enter to Aquarius, unveiling the Venus, starships, the Sagittarius bow to the Virgo goddess. The 9 spheres is coming near. This is how silence created a forest. I came in and bulldozed all those in the game with a full load. Atoms attract like static form and get stuck like wool clothes. In 1982, I witnessed a strange crash outside of cathedrals with stained glass. Cars drove backwards, planes crashed, babies seemed to age fast. Darkness fell like gray gas, same technology that the grays have. The nimbus aura around the flying saucer. Between Earth and them, it's space and mass. From the blue globe to Pluto, to darkness, travel through gray shadows, through the world probes that build castles. From astronauts to aquanauts, sun equinox, the fall tablets, the door to a labyrinth, the 4 horsemen, the Baphomets, the passages, the ghost tribe of most highs, seen through music notes in the sky. Silence forest.
Welcome back to Survival Minds, people. Don't forget to hit the like button and share the link. Yeah, so we've got Shifa and we've got PRB today. And we've got Foxy Moon that will be coming in shortly. And maybe Latoya
Big up,
too.
big up.
No, big up.
Blessings, my people. Blessings.
So, yes. So you've heard of Shifa before. He's not new. But we've got PRB. He's not new either. He's been doing his thing on Instagram for a hot minute now. And PRB, let us know what you've been doing over there, and make sure you promote your page as well.
All right. Give me 1 second, my brothers. Give me 1 second. Let me just
No problem at all. You see, it's a beautiful thing. We've got so many people out here, pushing knowledge in different ways. We've got motivational speakers, we've got conscious, we've got spiritual speakers, we've got everything over here on Survival Minds. And like I said, Don't forget, hit the like button, But yeah, like I was saying, like PRB's been doing his thing, for a hot minute now. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, and you got some good stuff. I've been over there on your page on Instagram, and you've been doing your thing. You'll be putting out a proper good message to the people. I'd like you to speak a little bit more of what made you want to get into doing this. You know what I mean? What do you see around why this is needed for the community?
Yeah, because do you know what it is? You see, with the motivational speaking, But actually, before I get into anything, let me just tell the people, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Peniros, for having us on the platform.
Anytime.
Like don't cost nothing.
Should have happened
people.
a long time
Remember
ago.
That.
Exactly. Come on, my brother. So what it is now with the motivation is like we got to think about it. As I was explaining to the brothers before, it's like our alarm clock wakes us up every day. So we live off our phones. We live off of other objects. We're not living off ourselves and our own instinct. So let's just say now you got to wake up for work and that phone don't wake you up. You're going to be late. Your day's dragging out now. So, you know, in a way, that alarm clock is your motivation in the morning. As soon as you hear that ring, you know, beep, beep, yeah, it's time. You got, you.
I don't know if it was just me there, but it seemed like he cut off. So
Bro, I thought it
hopefully
was
he'll be back.
me because I got some fancy Bluetooth headphones in my ear. You know, sometimes the Bluetooth headphones they don't
Yeah,
really work as well
yeah.
as the
That's
analog.
why I waited.
So I
I
thought it was
waited. I
just
thought,
me.
Sorry, brother.
you know, you have to wait for a second
Nah,
to
it's
make sure
cool.
it's not just you.
No,
Yeah.
I'll just say I
Yeah.
thought it was me. I was looking around the keyboard like, what's going on? Like, oh god.
No, you know what happened? I got a phone call, man. There needs to be a way that
Oh
I can
yeah,
just stop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need
them
to put
phone
on
calls will be
do not
cutting off the
disturb.
sound and all that.
Yeah, man.
Man,
But
they're
yeah,
getting
Yeah,
let's
it's
them
get.
better with
bad.
a laptop sometimes.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
the lappy out. But watch it now.
Yeah,
So
man,
with the
the girl
motivation
them, you get me, the girl them.
is, you know, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. But watch it, my brother. Is you see with the
Yeah.
motivation, everyone needs a bit of motivation in the morning, especially because we love our bed. You get me? Especially when you got that expensive bed and expensive pillows and the covers and everything's all nice and neat. You don't want to get out of your bed. So, you know, like I was saying before about the alarm clock. The alarm clock's getting you up. We're not doing it off our own intuition no more. You get me? We're not self-motivated no more. Sometimes we need someone in our ear. It's just like when footballers are on the pitch. Before they even get on the pitch, they got someone in there training when they're on the camp, training them, letting them know, listen, you better put that work in. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it on you get me, for the match on Saturday. So what the motivation is basically doing for the people in the sense of no matter what it is you want to do, that's positive. Because remember, a lot of people have self-doubt. They doubt themselves a lot. You know, I always say to people, we live in a skillless community just amongst our people. So
Yeah, it's true.
the more skills that we can get, yeah, and the more motivation we got to get these skills, the better the community becomes. The quicker we can pass the skill on to the next generation. So I make sure I hit it up in the morning. I stop for a little while because the videos are there, but now I'm back on it, and I'm making sure I'm there in the morning because, like I said, it's your alarm clock. When you wake up, it's your decision now. What are you doing? Are you gonna put on snooze or are you gonna start moving? So, you know, you need motivation, you need discipline, you need organization in your life, and that's what the motivation does. You know, it's just that extra air. There's people that motivate me. I'm not the guru, I don't know it all. Every day I got someone on my case. There's videos I listen to every day that's got to keep me going, because we all have days when we just want to give up. But you know, and the problem is everyone makes it out like they don't have them days, and that's what
Yeah.
makes it harder for the people who do
Everyone's
have
too
them days.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah, and we need to stop that. You get me? We need to start being real with ourselves and start knowing that, look, we all are trying to accomplish something. If you're trying to buy land for your family, if you're trying to buy a house, if you're trying to secure a new job, if you're trying to, whatever it is you want to do. So we need that motivation to just go and do it, because people will drag you down and let you know, nah, that's not possible. If they're not doing it,
Could I ask you a question, brother?
yeah.
What do you find is key in motivating you?
In motivating me,
Yeah.
when you say that, what do I find key? What would you say? What motivates me
Yeah.
to just get up and do what I do?
Yeah, what motivates you in life? What are your key motivators? What are the things that make you want to function?
Okay, just life itself, bro. Because I just explained this, you know, like, bro, I'm a brother I'm 28, yeah, and I've been shot twice, my brother. two
Yeah.
separate times. And I know man under the ground that's been in the same situation. Do you understand? And some man ain't made it to the situation I've made it to. So that's why I say to myself, like, yo, I'm grateful for the air that I breathe. Probably if these situations didn't happen, I would think different. But everyone's got their own journey. So these situations did happen to me. So for me, I'm happy to be up in the morning. Anything else that I get is a bonus. You see, this conversation I'm having here now is a big bonus to me.
I just wanted to understand that, because I think, you see, when we start talking about motivation and you being a motivational speaker as well, I think the first thing I look for with someone who's going to motivate me is to understand what motivates you. And if I can understand what motivates you is, you know, something of substance to any extent, then obviously it just gives more gratification to what you're saying. And I think what you gave is a fabulous answer, because, you know, some people are motivated by things, but it seems that the thing you're motivated by is life itself, and that's a great thing to be motivated by. What better reason to get out of your bed in the morning?
Yeah, brother, because any day can be a loss. You know, that's what we take for granted. You know, sometimes we're running to get to our bed, but it's not guaranteed that we're gonna get out of it. And it's not to have everyone think on the negative, but it's just to say, you know, this life is very precious. It's a gift. So the more we utilize the gift, because remember, we come from a place where we ain't meant to think like this. We're meant to think just temper, like in the now. You get what I'm saying? So where we're not thinking like, yo, this is a journey that man want to experience. I want to get old. There's enough man that ain't getting old. Enough man's parents and people, they going in their 50s, 60s. Man shouldn't even be going. That's young. Enough man are dropping out in their teens, 20s. Because man ain't appreciating the life man's living. Man just chasing things. Man want too much things man's chasing. And that's why a lot of people ain't even getting what they want. Because they're chasing the things too much. Man will rob their granny for things.
Real talk.
That's what's going on. And it's been happening. It's not nothing new. Man will do, like, it's crazy, bro. So we got to understand.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, bro. I'm not perfect, and that's one thing I'm saying. I'm not perfect, bro. And I make sure I do this because, like, there's people out there that some of them ain't got the mindset that we got. They ain't got the
You
voice.
see what you're saying, though, brother?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. The reason I asked you the question, and the reason that I said I was quite happy and pleased with your answer, is because I think too many people are motivated for the wrong reasons. Like, I feel that's what you was pointing out just now. And in being motivated for the wrong reasons, how I'd explain that is this. I remember being myself, a person who was motivated by the wrong reasons. I wasn't getting out of my bed to do all of the hard work to get less of the rewards than someone else. Do you know, like that? I'd rather go and do whatever I got to do to get what I feel like I deserved. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I had certain attitudes towards life, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
You see, I tell you what woke me up. What woke me up was it was the Bible. It was actually reading it and actually getting deep and saying, hold on for a second, and looking at myself and looking at certain passages, like the sun shines for everyone. It shines for the thieves, the sinners, the whoever. Do you understand? Yeah. But you see, if that sun don't rise every morning, there's a problem.
That's it.
Cut everything dead.
That's it.
So it's like, I am the sun in my household.
Yes. 100 million%.
Do you know where I'm coming from? And once I realized that, you see what you said about the alarm clock. It don't take an alarm clock to. I got alarm clock. Don't get me wrong, but I'm up anyway. Even if there weren't nothing to do, I'm just up anyway. I'm finding stuff to do now. We're just doing stuff anyway. Because do you know what? Every day is valuable, and I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn daylight the same way I see certain man burn other things. Do you know?
Yes, Makili, 100 million%, 100%.
Money, isn't it? Money, man.
Yeah, that's when you make the most out of life. Life ain't making the most out of you. You see when life's making the most out of people, bro. You want to be making the most out of life. 100%. And it's all a mindset, bro. can't grow wings out here. It's just about your mind and how you think, bro.
100%. And you, like you said, you have to draw inspiration from what's around you in your environment also. And that includes the people in your environment. Because, you know, there's people in my environment at times I've drawn inspiration from, because I've seen, you know what, people in my environment, we might have all at one point been on whatever we was on. And then at some point someone said, you know what, I'm going to go and get a job. Another man said, I'm going to go uni. Another man said, I'm going to go college. And everyone took their turns and paths. And at some point they had to come to the end of that journey and reap the rewards. And then it's like, do you know what, now I look around and I say, do you know what, all of those journeys were doable. I could have done each and every one of those journeys. I could have taken every path.
100%.
And how much time did I waste just doing nothingness?
This
You know,
is
like that.
1
And it's
billion.
like, now I'm at that point in my life, it's like all of those journeys, it's like I'm walking them now thinking, why didn't I do this then? Why did I do that then? You know, like that. And I think, like, when we're talking about motivating the youth, this is how I want to motivate the youth to not be that, don't be that guy that's saying, why didn't I do this then? Do it now. Because all of the youth have got the power to do it now. A lot of it, especially like in our community, when we're talking about the black youth are powerful youth. They're very highly intelligent. They know what they want, but it's just being steered in the right direction that I think is missing in a lot of cases where, you know, as a young man growing up, like me and you, Peniros, we grew up in the same area, so you know the vibe. Like the elders, they'll just tell you to do whatever they was doing. You know, like that. They're not trying to get you to where you want to be. And I think that's, and I'm not even saying that that's the wrong statement. Not that they're not trying to get you to where you want to be.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, cuz. Yeah. That sounded crazy. They didn't try to make me do anything still. But I know what you mean, though, for certain, and I'm really glad you brought it up. Yeah, but I'm really glad you brought up the elder thing, because as PRB was talking, I was just sitting there thinking, yeah, it's a good thing that we got people like him, because some of these elders, bro, some of these elders, like, most of them are on food anyway. Most of them smoke food anyway. I'm just being honest. Most of them smoke things that shouldn't be smoked, and they're guiding these, because you have to be. Some of these elders, you have to understand, you have to be on a funny way of thinking. I don't know what's going on with PRB, but he's trying to jump. But you got to put your mic and your thingy on, and then lock it off. But yeah, these youths have been guided by guys that are smoking food, and you must be smoking food to be on certain levels of certain things at that age. You understand? So, it's
you see what it is, though.
Yeah.
You see certain aspects of life, bro. Like, once you've mastered certain aspects of life, it makes certain other aspects easier. So as we know, you know, if you come from a home where you didn't have to struggle for money, then it makes it a bit easier to take the path of just getting an education, at least. Even if it's still something you didn't necessarily want to do, it makes it makes the blow easier to take. Long story short, pause. But now I'm saying, when we look at things in that perspective now, the youth of our generation, the elders that was above us, they weren't trying to put us in positions like, pause, sorry, they weren't trying to get us into the kind of jobs that we understood as something that, you know, was we was getting what we wanted out of it. You know, we was expected to, you know, work for low wages and XYZ and apprenticeships and do all of the stuff that they thought was the way forward. And it's like, the world doesn't really work like that anymore. As we all know, in this day and age, you can go out and you can pay for any amount of courses that can get you into a half decent job. Even just getting yourself a driving license will get you a little bump up in your wage. And that's what most people are interested in. What's paying the bills? What's going to get me further up the financial ladder, more than just, all right, you can do a job that you enjoy doing. Because if I can do a job that I enjoy doing, but you're only ever going to pay me £10 an hour, that's not really a lot to look forward to. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas if you said to me, you know what, you can do a job that you don't enjoy doing so much, but you know what, you don't really have to do much and you get paid more than that. I think most people are going to take the latter option, because guess what? I got bills to pay. And the bills are just going up, 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 up. The bills ain't going down. So I think it's I wouldn't say it's entirely rests on the shoulders of the elders and the mums and the dads and whoever to make sure the kids are in particular jobs and, you know, have particular career paths. You know, I'd say there is a point where we should be always highly invested in knowing what the different career paths are, what kind of money there is out there to be obtained, and making sure that we're earning in the correct brackets. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because there's too many people out there still working in like just minimum wage, do you know, like that, and they don't even know that you can change your career just like that, real quick, and it don't cost a lot.
No.
Do you know, like that?
Yeah, no, for real. Big facts, big facts. PRB, I don't know what's happening, my brother, but you're jumping. I don't know if your phone's ringing or something, but you're jumping in, but it's not giving me the option to put you in the stream. Big up my sister Foxy though.
Peace, brother Peniros. Salute, salute.
Yeah.
Salute,
Big up.
You see Schiffer up there, Foxer?
Wait, that's Schiffer?
Yeah,
big up yourself, Schiffer. Big up yourself. What you doing?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Still about.
That's all that matters.
Kitchen, you know we do.
I'm so happy to hear you and see you.
Thanks, sis. You too, man.
It's rough for all of us. You know, we've been going through some things, and you know, it's like it's no right or wrong. You know, just at the end of the day, we gotta, you know, come together, brother and sister. You know, the best way we can.
100.
No, therefore, for real.
So what's that hand, our brother Peniros? What are we doing? I see my brother Kid Murray's in the building. Salute to the GOAT. Salute to my brother Maybach.
Salute Murray, man. Salute, brother.
Yeah, big up to Show, Kid Murray, Maybach, big up shows, and I see you, and big up Ultra from G Block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, salute to that super chat.
Yeah. Salute to that super chat. And you know, I keep forgetting that I've even got the option down there.
I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. You stepping up in the game.
Yeah.
And people, make sure you're hitting the like button, please, man. Like, come on, the like doesn't cost anything. Ultra, just to push that little button. Come on, man. Ultra, all you guys.
I'm gonna put the link up.
Yeah, hit that button, man. Sorry, and join the conversation. Yeah, no, I just think that it's important what the brother PRB was talking about. Like, we do need to be more motivational to each other, like brothers especially, because I think with the sisters, you know, they got their think tanks, you know, they have their sister discussion, and, you know, they got their little groups they get into, and they talk about all of their issues and things they're going through and ways they can improve their environment for the family, for the household. And I think, you know, it's been a long time coming. The guys, we need to be more like this. We need to be, you know, talking and discussing with each other and, you know, finding out what help and advice we can offer to each other to benefit each other's lives for the better.
What are you trying to say, Shifa? Man are in pain, yeah? And secretly crying in the bathroom, yeah? Man are in pain out here.
Yeah, enough of them out there crying, bro. They're crying, they're in the bathroom, or do you know what? They went to the wrong guy and, you know, they asked for help and it didn't go right, and now they owe people money. They're all in trouble and stuff, and they need help and they need guidance. And, you know, it could be a big brother just come along and say, you know what, bro? All right, everything is peak right now. You know, you just pay your bills like a man does. You be broke for a little while, but there's a light at the end of this tunnel. And all I got to do is lead you to the light. Do you feel where I'm coming from? And once we lead you to the light now, you know, there can be some, you know, something to gain from this more than just turmoil. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of people are living their lives in turmoil out there. Let's be honest, man. It's hard times. It's January's just gone. January, I think certain times for me, January is the hardest month of the year. Because you just had Christmas, you know, there was a couple birthdays along the way, New Year's here, and it was like, damn, they're just trying to kill me with bills out here. And then the heating went up, and it was like, Lord have mercy, please. What are we gonna do? All right, the credit card run out.
Yeah, PRB. No, it's real. No, it's real. It's crazy. But PRB is saying devices are not connected, so I think you've got to allow the mic and the camera access. If you're worried about the camera seeing you, put your hand over the camera until you come on and then turn it off. Yeah. I don't know, I think his phone's ringing. But no, you're right, Shifa, man. You got blasted back to back from last year.
Yeah, pause, but yeah, 100.
Oh, shit. Shit. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful in this rainbow world, man.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, hey, so Fox, she was asking about some topics. But hey, do you know anything about well, obviously we've got the Turkey earthquake. That was devastating. Do you guys hear about the Turkey earthquake? That was
I'll be honest, I heard about it. I don't know much detail about it because I never really looked into it. Like, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Like, I just kind of heard it on the fly, if that makes sense. It wasn't like a news article or nothing. I heard someone mention it in a conversation, like, in passing, but I don't really know that much about it, to be totally honest. What can you tell us? Like, can you give us any details?
So basically, I've always told people, because I've spoken on earthquakes before, so I've always noted that anything after a 7, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you might get a little 4.5, but anything after a 7 is a serious earthquake. You understand? Let me give you an example of that. You remember what happened in Japan with the floods? You remember the flood in Japan? If people don't remember the mad flood in Japan that
I remember the flooding.
Yeah,
I remember.
So that was a 7.5. That was a 7.5, if I remember correctly, or 7.6.
Is that what happened in America as well? Remember they had all the flooding and that? Remember the people standing on their houses and that?
Yeah, over there they got all different types of stuff, hurricanes, and see, it all affects the sea. So the hold on, I've got so people, so you have to understand that anything after a 7 is crazy. Now, Turkey the other day had a 7.8. Yeah, that's serious stuff. And then right next to it, not too far away, they had a 7.6 in the same place, near enough the same place. That's so the last time they've had a 7 was back in 1999, and the time before that was 1968, and they've just had 2 back to back. That's serious stuff. Now, I've been telling people about Padit Nubaru and the effects that it has on this planet. You know what I'm trying to say? They can keep calling it global warming if they want. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
But that, yeah, it's a serious thing. Some of the footage is because the houses, you see, they were actually falling like how the towers in where near you, Foxy, the ones that fell, yeah, they were falling like that, like straight down into the ground. You know what I'm saying? So
wow, yeah, I didn't see the footage too much about Turkey. I'm just hearing about it now.
Yeah, I watched some of
that. Brother, this sounds biblical. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds biblical.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
crazy.
It's definitely biblical. And PRB, nice to have you back from. And
yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's cool, man. We have technical difficulties. It happens, but we're just talking about the Turkey earthquake.
How did you say that the houses was falling straight down, brother? Say that again,
straight
please.
Down.
Can't we get no footage? Can we get no? Yeah, no, can't you play some footage? You must have the footage.
No, but it's not nice. It's not nice. It's not nice.
I just seen it as well. It was looking like the 9/11. The way
that's what I was trying to say, but we can't. Yeah, you can't say that word though on the internet, man.
Oh, sorry, my brother. Sorry.
Nah, it's all right, man. You can get away with it 1 or 2 times. It's all right. But
yeah, that's why I said biblical, brother. That's
biblical. That's why I said. That's why I said the buildings near where Foxy lives.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, bro. The tube is stupid, my brother.
I could imagine, bro.
Stupid. That's why a lot of people go on TikTok.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know what? TikTok is weird too, and I've had a couple of people, tell me to get on TikTok and stuff like that, and I'm just like, listen. When I heard about the stuff that TikTok was doing when it first was coming out and who it was targeting, I was like, this is not for adults to be on there. But I understand now that, you know, adults are on there, whatever. I still just feel in my heart of hearts, my instinct tells me it's not, you know, I shouldn't be on there.
You see, who was the people that came out and said that TikTok we shouldn't be on? Who's the people that said that again? Some government official said that we shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not going to trust them, though, Foxy. We're not going to.
No, I'm not. But everybody was against. It's funny how you mentioned that person, because we were talking about him yesterday on another platform. That it's funny how everybody was going against that political and he's not even a political person. He told you, I'm a businessman. He's not in any party. He just signed up to be in the parties, but he has no political, you know, he's not a political person. And so when he was telling us, you know, don't get on this, don't do this, or, you know, this is what you should be doing. Everybody had their opinion about him and talking about, oh, he's this, he's that. Let me tell you something. That person loves himself, the melanated person. He used to go to Mike Tyson fights. He used to hang out with Don King. He was always around the entertainers.
Yeah.
And the rappers wanted to be like him. They wanted his money. So they would put him in their rap songs, like Kanye West, all of them, Jay-Z, all of them. So, you know, no, I'm not saying believe everything that this person or any of these political leaders tell you, but he's the only one that goes against the grain. You gotta wonder why.
Was it him that said it?
Yeah, it was him.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was him.
Yeah.
I never knew.
He was saying don't.
That's why I asked you. No, that's why I asked you earlier. I said I don't remember who said it. Remember I did.
He said it. He said it.
Okay.
The last president of the United States.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, they even silenced his Twitter account for a person who's supposed to. Yeah, the president of Twitter took him on a whatchamacallit. They banned him from being on an account. He just got the account back sometime a couple of months ago.
Oh,
do you know how I look at them guys? I look at them guys like he's friends with all of them, but he's that bratty friend that's like when he don't get it his way, he's like, all right, cool. Here what? This is what I'm gonna do. So they're like, all right, cool. This is what's next. We can't have this guy talking too much.
like Kanye West.
Yeah.
We're lucky to say 18 back in the 1800s, but these man wouldn't be. Listen, how they want to say too much on the YouTube.
Right.
Hold on. Are we talking about the grab the kitten president? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's correct. I'm not saying he's right, you know, but there's certain things that he said that made me think otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, at the end of the day, we're not going to follow them down, you know, going to a burning building, but we gotta question why he would say certain things, and then those certain things got him banned from social media. You know, we didn't have the issues that they have now with this current person that's in office. We didn't have those issues before. You see, so it's, you know, I'm not capping for him, as the kids say. I have no dog in the race with that guy. All I'm just saying is that he knows about a lot of things because he's around that circle. Like PR just said, he's the bratty kid, the bratty friend. He's around everybody. But when things don't go his way, he's going to be bullying, you know, and doing stuff that's going to be a little crazy.
Hold on, Fox. Is he the one that that exposed all of the stuff with the you know, the children and the people in the island and all of that? Was it that?
Yes.
Is it him that was? Yeah, yes. I was thinking this still, because I think really and truthfully, like, I believe you're right in saying that he exposes truths in order to put pressure on people to give him what he wants, or to put him in a position, get him in the position he wants to be in. And I think that it can also be a dangerous trait as well, though, because at the same time, if that's his only real reason for exposing these things, then, you know, he hasn't really got anyone's best interest at heart other than his own.
No, really, not at all. That is right.
Vice versa. It's like the bitter ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like having a bitter ex, you understand? might will snake certain things that shouldn't be in the light, that should be kept in the darkness. They might bring it to light now because
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, it's a wicked world.
Yeah, we got to be careful. We can't say certain those type of things, those keywords, and we can't talk about, because YouTube will not have you talking about what's going on overseas.
All right.
That's one of the
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, it's so the person I was on their platform yesterday, they got their platform. They got 2, because they have like 3 platforms just in case one gets taken down, and they've already gotten strikes on it for, speaking the truth, debunking a lot of stuff. And yeah, they're getting real petty with the words and the topics that you can talk about, but yet, they keep posting this young man who was assassinated in Memphis. They'll show you all those pictures. They'll show you all the disgusting, thoughts and stuff, shaking their behinds on social media. But when you're talking about real stuff, that's a problem, and they want to come after your channel.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So as long as we call each other Negroes and we keep talking bad about each other, and chicks are half naked walking around here shaking their behind, it's all good.
I hear you. I should laugh, but I hear you.
I'm telling the truth.
You don't need to look at this earthquake, though. Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't like Penero. This is mad, brother. What are we doing, brother? This is not. I shouldn't laugh because it's not even funny like that.
I'll be trying to tell people that stop listening to that.
Listen, mad.
I'm trying to tell people, man, it's big things happening.
Yeah, it's real.
I've been trying to tell my people on my channel for a while about Nibiru, Planet X, and I've been trying to there's a reason why I was sent to tell you lot about this, man.
There's people out here building on the moon. That obviously we know these people are out on the moon. I don't know. Some people don't believe that they're out there on the moon, and some people do. There's people out here building on the moon right now. They're done with this place here. Man, know that. But while we're here, this is what the problem is. While we're here, our family's here. So if we think too much disaster, that's it. We're gonna be running around panicking. It's gonna look like it's gonna look like something crazy.
Yo, brother, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Seriously. Only because you said people building on the moon. Is this something you actually believe in, or is this something I don't know? I'm trying to.
Is it
absorb
I'm not gonna
trying to absorb the statement correctly.
No, this is what's going on, bro. I'm seeing this on BBC News, fam.
No, you saw that on BBC News, brother?
Yeah, obviously, because I didn't see them actually there, but I heard them talking about it. They're basically they had a mirror.
Yeah, no, I've seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures
where they were saying,
where they zoom in.
I don't know if I believe them, though.
They were saying they can get a mirror, make it reflect off the sun, and hit the moon rock, and it will melt into a certain temperature where they can start using that to build. They can make little houses and stuff like that, moon houses and things like that. That's what they were saying on the BBC. Yeah, but I'm not
they
sure
could probably do that right here on Earth, brother. This is what I'm saying. You see anything like that when they start talking about anything out of the box, like building on Mars and building on the moon, and anything out of this world. To me, brother, you could show me any images, and I'll look at your images, and if you say it's real, I'll believe that you believe it's real. But until you take me there, but I don't believe none of that stuff for this reason. If it's so real, why would they have to show us fake stuff? And we know there's fake stuff. Everyone knows that exists. And then the next thing would be, if we're talking about going off planet, then what we're gonna do then? We're gonna say we can go outside of the boundaries set for us by the Most High. Now, I don't believe that's possible. I believe anything outside of the boundaries set for us by the Most High leads to your destruction. That's just my honest opinion on it. And I'm not gonna say it's an observation because I can't go outside of the planet neither to observe it and tell you
Right.
what you're gonna run into. Do you know?
Yeah.
But same time, what I would say is this: from my honest analysis of the explanation of time and space and how it all works, I don't think we got the answers yet to even think about going up there because we don't really know what we're dealing with. But that's just my opinion.
I won't lie to you, family. Yeah, I'm with you on some of the things. Yeah, but I won't lie. You see me personally. You see the first time I ever got on a plane that I could remember myself when I stepped on the plane. Trust me, I was shook. I was panicked. I ain't been to the Mars. I ain't been to the moon, but I've been on a plane. And when I got on the plane, I was shaking in my boots. I'm saying to the people, like, are you sure we're gonna are you sure this thing's gonna land proper? We're gonna take off proper, everything's nice. So you see, when we got up there, boom, I'm in the sky, boom, I'm panicked. I just want to sleep. I'm not up here enjoying what's going on. I want to sleep. Because I'm not believing that man could get in this big thing. In Jamaica, they call it the big bird. Man, I catch big bird and I fly into the sky. So man's in the big bird now. So where I've landed now, I'm saying to myself, like, right, remember this is the first time I've ever gone anywhere. So I've touched down in Jamaica. The heat's different. It's like I've landed in a whole different destiny. I'm saying, what? Obviously, there's some people that's never left the country that they're in, so they've never experienced that. So when I touched down, bro, it made me kind of think these people might actually be going places and might not actually be telling us where they're going. Like, they're just trying to leave us years behind because they got the technology to know.
See, the thing is, though, brother, they can't even navigate the deepest depths of the ocean.
Exactly.
But they want to talk about outer space. And then to make you see the thing that got me, yeah, when I started putting things in perspective, yeah, like imagine you're flying to so-called outer space, then what we think is outer space, yeah. Now, when we run into, some rock that is, the size of an island, yeah, how are we going to know the difference between that and the moon even? You know where I'm coming from? Like, how do they know what they're dealing with once you get outside of the boundaries of this planet? Because as we know, they say we've got an atmosphere in it. They call it the ozone or whatever they call it. Yeah. So this layer over the planet, we know that light, it bends, it refracts, it looks different outside of the lens to it does from from different sides, innit? Like if you're outside of the lens, then you don't see it the same as the person who's inside the lens. Do you feel where I'm coming from? So, we're dealing with the unknown. So 100%. The people who say they know, what we notice is anytime they're sending us images, the images only show us what they want us to see. The images will only show us some weird looking pattern in the sky that they've used, the spectrum tuning to analyze and, add hue and add color to. They've added to it. It's all additional stuff. There's no natural processes.
First to cut you, family, just to add, yeah, I don't believe in none of the image stuff. That's one thing I don't believe in. Like he said, certain things like about the Bible and other scriptures that's there, they say a lot about the image, you get me, and about what man should believe in. And there's certain, I understand what you're saying about, these lot got pictures of Mars and this place and that place, and God knows if that is the actual destination. But the proof, I believe, is the technology. You see, from when I can get in certain things and it can lift up to a certain altitude in the sky. These people are crazy. These people are crazy people. These people would test these things and see how far these things will go in the sky. Because we can't say too much.
Into the firmament.
Yeah, I believe that they probably have crashed millions of times.
Millions of times.
Yeah, millions. They're making holy. Obviously, we can't even say too much things on this, but I just believe I believe if these lot have the opportunity to leave us, they'd have left us gone. And we would
long time.
100%. 100%.
That's a good point. You know what? That is a really good point. That is a really good point you just made there, still. If they wanted to leave us, we would be down there like slaves, mining for them a long time. They'd be up there, living up there, bro.
That's it.
It's true.
It's easier for them.
With that thing I did see, that comment I did see. No homo. Have you guys, what did it say? Have you guys noticed a double rainbows? Yes, I have. Only lately as well. I heard it's supposed to be two light spectrums from the two suns. No. That would actually make sense. If you know what a rainbow actually tells you. A rainbow actually tells you that there's a firmament, just by the shape of it. It's just like if you're inside of the car and it's raining and it's kind of a weird temperature, you can actually see rainbows in your car windows. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Now you're educating me, bro. Trust me.
Big up White Rap the News. Big up KJ. What's going on? James. 99L. That White Kwan. Yeah, big up yourselves, people. And there was a comment. Where is that comment I was trying to find? Where is it? Firmament. Okay, what's this one there? White Rap the News. Firmament equals firm mind of God. It is also called the Vort, which means what's in here doesn't get out. Oh, Maybach, my brother. Hold on a minute. Let me put Maybach up. I didn't even notice him there. Hold on. Yo, big up Maybach. I'm sort of Shifty would jump back in at some point, if not.
Big up, everybody, man. Salute to everybody that's on the panel.
Yes, Maybach. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, bro. I'm good. One of the topics we were speaking of was, first of all, introduce yourself, because there's a few people up here you haven't met. Introduce yourself, Maybach.
Okay, yeah, man. I'm Maybach Mel, 1804. I just dropped the Mel in the 1804. It was too long, so I just go by Maybach. I got a little, I'm trying to build my YouTube channels. I got 2 channels. One I do a little couple of uploads, and then I just started a sports channel. You know what I mean? So, because I check how we talk a lot about the YouTube guidelines and all this other stuff. So I did a lot of research. Some of the channels that are winning is cooking channels, food channels, sports channels, things like that. Because there's only so much they want us to release. Like Foxy was saying earlier, which is true. Salute to you, Foxy. Is that when we drop in this type of knowledge, we need a lot of people to push it so it can get up to the algorithm. And even when it gets up to the algorithms, they suppress it because they don't want that information out. But we already know that. You know what I mean? So we just got to find ways to wiggle around the matrix, and get the word out. I wanted to bring up the brother, I think Tell the Truth said it, and I like what he said. If we don't know about our waters, whether it's the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, right? We don't know nothing about the depths of those waters that we have. How are we going to know what's out of there, right? How are we going to know what's out there, right? And second of all, my lifetime, which I'm 46 years old, I've yet to see a real picture of these planets. And the guy who created Earth said the only way they can show us the image is by CGI. And people should know what CGI stands for: computer graphic imagery. So that's telling you they speculating and stuff. That message that you brought up, I like that. The guy who said something about the firmament, it's in the Bible. I don't subscribe to everything in the Bible, but certain things I do subscribe to, and we should know that we
mixed and blended.
We live in a firmament. So, there's nothing going out there. And I'm gonna end it with this one, right? I don't want to take up everybody's time that might have things they want to say. The biggest astronaut guy, I forgot his name. I was trying to look it up.
You're so considerate, Maybach. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you already know. He said they supposedly had all the information that got them to the moon, right? But it got destroyed. Now, why would you ever let something that is so precious get destroyed? Either he said it got destroyed or they destroyed it. And I remember a lot of people heard it themselves too. They said, yeah, I remember I heard a guy say that. Like, so all the mathematics that they came up with, whatever, to get them to the moon, right? Because supposedly they went there twice. That's according to them. So I'm just quoting what they said. They've been there twice, but they lost everything and they haven't been back because of that. Now, come on.
They said they went there. Hold on. They said they went there twice.
Correct.
So-
Yeah, I watched the video last week.
Family.
Because you went live. When you went live and I was on here and I didn't stay on here, too long because of my kids or whatever. There was things that like your uploads that you already had on your platform. I went and checked everything. I was liking all of the stuff. So I was like it was a video that you posted that made me go do some research. And I happened to bump in to a documentary that said they've been out there twice. The first time was in
my video. You're talking about my video what shows the fake moon landing, the one that
that one. Exactly. That one's precisely. There you go. I knew if I kept talking.
One, the long one,
yes,
not the short one, the long one.
Yes, correct.
Yo, PRP. What you gonna say quickly, bro?
All right, family. One thing I want to add to that, yeah. I seen another interview. I'm sure it was with that same guy, or it could be someone else. And he basically said, he was like, we didn't go to the moon. It's all fake. He's like, how could we go to the moon and possibly have a machine record us on the moon and send it back to Earth? How can we possibly do that? So he was saying it's all a fake movie. It's a movie. But like I said, these people, listen, this thing is not technology, it's technology. And I understand it. They didn't trick me when I got in that plane and I landed in Jamaica.
Repeat that again, brother. Repeat that again. Repeat that line again. That was a punchline from a rap song. You got to say that again and say it harder. Pause. Say it again, brother. So with the technology. You got to say that.
This thing ain't technology, it's technology. It ain't technology, it's technology. And I know they didn't trick me when I landed in Jamaica. So that's the only thing. I'm not with them. I'm not 100% with them. But I definitely know they're up to something. Yeah.
They definitely got vehicles. I think they've got these flying saucers, man. You know what I mean? I think they've got them. I think they made them from lost technology that's been found in caves and shit. You know what I mean?
Correct. Correct.
We can go even deeper. You know what I mean? There was actually flying saucers in Iraq when a certain war was going. I can't really say that. You know what I mean? But when they murked off a certain guy, you get me? It was really for that. People thought it was for the oil and all that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
These people are into relics and technology. They're into relics and ancient technology. They're not going nowhere to fight for no oil. They don't need to do that.
100%. They're going for the smartest of the smartest.
Yeah. So Maybach. Did you see any of the footage of that Turkey earthquake there?
Yeah, I seen it. I already know. You already know who's behind it. And I had comment one time. Yeah, it begins with an H. You know the company that begins with an H. You know that.
Hold on, a H.
Yeah, it's a company that begins with an H and the name ends with a P.
Oh yeah. Well, HAR. Yeah.
Exactly.
HAR.
I'll just say. I'll just say this: they behind the earthquake in 2010 that happened in Haiti. Let's just leave it at that. Yep. Yeah. And the Venezuelan president exposed that, and you seen what happened after he exposed that.
Right.
He was like, oh, after we did our investigation, we see who was behind the earthquake in Haiti. That's all. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. And then right after he said that, he was taken out. You know what I mean? So.
And basically, people, what you're saying, that's a weather machine. They can control certain things with it.
Facts.
And the thing about it is that we've known about this thing that they've had for years. So
correct.
What it's capable of doing now.
Thank you.
You know, you've had knowledge of HA years ago, right? We've had that knowledge for years.
Correct. I mean, they even have it classified. They said they've been, modifying the weather since the Vietnam War. This is classified. Yeah, it's documents that they have that states that. Right. So like you said, if they had it that long, think about today. You know what I'm saying? I just saw one of the newest technologies. I don't know how new it is, but it's new to my eyes that their ships got this laser that can take out anything in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it got a special laser. It's a green. They showed it too. I don't know if it was a real footage.
I done a video on that. I done a video. Listen, I done a video on that same laser you're talking about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I put the clip from a computer game. What they've actually got this laser in Gears of War.
Okay.
It's called the Hand of God, basically.
Okay.
And they got it in the sky. It's for like a satellite in the sky, and they can basically. But I actually had a video of things blowing up, and it actually can see the flash. I have to find it. I'll send it to you when I find it still.
Okay, yeah.
But it's the same weapon you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's funny that you said, because they expose a lot of the truth through video games, cartoons, TV shows, movies, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And like the brother said earlier, people will see it and be like, that's not real. This is a movie I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Or this is a cartoon. But in all reality, they're exposing us. I just did an upload today on the a flying bicycle that they the videos from like September of last year, and it was being shown at a US auction in Detroit. So they already got the flying motorcycles, they got the flying cars, they just waiting to be authorized and deal with the what you call it, the air traffic control, so they know how people can fly and stuff like that, because there's a problem going on with drones now. Yeah, so any drone that's flying, like let's just say you own a drone and
they're banned over here. They're banned
exactly.
over here, Maker.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing in the US. If you fly into like airspace or whatever, they taking it out, and you can get in trouble for that too, like hefty fine and be jailed too. So they trying to figure out what's the level that the people can fly these cars and planes and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of stuff is going on. I don't know if you read the chat where I put they got these ships on our water in the US, Russian ships. I don't know if you heard about it. It's not being broadcast on the news.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of days ago. Days ago.
Okay.
They basically got the Russian and
yes,
and the other side's the red dragon. See, this
correct.
is the thing. We've got to use code words, right? So if we're talking about
brother Panero, remember to watch what that stuff.
That's the
I got you.
What's that?
Okay.
That's the bear, right? That's the bear.
Got you. Yeah.
And if you're talking about you, that's the yellows and blues.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's how you got to say it still.
All right.
Talking about we're talking about the red dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But I know that you're talking about. I saw it a couple of days ago. They got shit.
Okay, so yeah, you on the same, you on the frequency. Yeah, you on that frequency.
Definitely. I look out for things like that because I'm a survival mind, so I have to be on point to action. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of people don't do that. They just every day they just walk around and think that it can never happen.
Correct.
But yeah, so they got them situated basically around America, I'm hearing, right?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Posted off. But is it true though? Is it when I watched it, but how accurate is it? You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. I'm like you too. I'm in the middle. I'm like, okay, it could be, and then it could be, false for a false, whatever, just giving us that impression to make us think that when it's something else. You know how it is. You know what I mean?
What I think they done with let me ask you, what was your take on the balloon, the air balloon?
Same thing. How we talking? Exactly. It could be from them, and it could be, you know what I mean? They tell you, oh, it's the next door neighbor, but in all reality, it could be you who put it out there. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to speak in code. You know what I mean? They telling you it's your next door neighbor, but really it's your brother who put it up there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm on
this, or maybe
correct.
They could be force flagging
that's what I mean. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Off.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
correct.
What it is. Correct. So this balloon people was basically an air balloon. If you never heard about it, it's like an air balloon that was actually I don't know what state it was flying over, but it was
Montana. It was over Montana.
Yeah, right, Montana. And then, but the thing that made me laugh about the whole situation is like the thing was flying around for ages, like hours. And then
Correct.
they said, oh, we're not going to shoot it down because we're not sure where it's going to land. So
Correct.
then I said to myself, so okay, so what if a F-22, flew into a state?
Correct.
You're not going to worry about, I don't know, how do you handle that then? They're going to shoot that down, or it's a bloody air balloon, man.
Exactly. That's what I was saying too. Why did they wait? And then they were saying they was waiting for the prez to say something and react. And exactly. But see, this is where I thought you was gonna say. Out of all the time that it was in the sky, they used one person's video, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm in my driveway, and I happened to look up, and it's that same person's video." Is what all the news used. It wasn't like thousands of other people's videos. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hundreds of other people's videos. It was one specific guy. Like you said, that's why I be questioning everything. Like, I know. Yeah, and then they were saying, this is what got me. Like you said, they said where the balloon was at, it was over Montana and over a special base that's down there that holds some special type of so I'm like, okay, so like you said, so y'all just gonna let it sit up there, and you need a special plane to we wanted to get over the waters. Yeah, exactly. It makes you question everything. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I said with that and the ship, incidents, it's like, okay, is this really Is this really them, or is it an inside? You know what I mean? Like, come on, Yeah,
for something that they know was good, for something that they know that's gonna go off later.
Correct.
Can I ask a question to the brothers and sisters? You see the people maintaining the box, if that makes sense. That we in the people maintaining the box that we're in.
Yeah. Running it.
Yeah. Why do you think, like, obviously this has been going on for years, but why now all of a sudden it's got to this like in this generation where everything should be heaven? Compared to how it was 100 years ago, you should be living in heaven right now. You should be stepping out in your Rolls Royce. You shouldn't be wanting to do what you're doing. So, like, what do you believe this is for? To cut us down, exactly? Like, obviously. So there's people who say like they want to cut down the society of cut down the numbers.
Yeah.
Like,
so why do you think they're doing it?
Yeah, why do you think that people
because they're damn evil.
Oh,
facts.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're evil, man, and they ain't got long left.
Correct.
So they've got to try and take as many souls as possible.
Yeah.
That's the only thing left for them to do, you see.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well for them. So they're following those people that you're talking about in the box. They're following another people above the box.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't personally feel that this place is run by an actual human.
All right.
I'm talking about the top of tops. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a human at all. So,
correct.
But
you already know.
Humans are easily, but we all know as well that humans are easily influenced, especially when it comes to material things.
Correct.
So they can hide in the dark and make these people do their job for them.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's deep.
Definitely.
So
obviously,
like me and Foxy spoke about. Go ahead.
Oh no! I'm with you, bro.
So any topics over there, Maybach, you want to cover? Anything I've missed?
No, brother. We covered everything. We basically covered everything that I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? And like I said, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, and Frank, I appreciate you coming over as well and spreading your knowledge too. But the one thing that you mentioned earlier is very important as well. I mean, Foxy did touch on it in the last show, and that's about people being careful of where they're getting the knowledge from.
Correct. Correct.
And and try to use their common sense. Like, we will get into a certain. If you're over here on this channel, you must be at a certain frequency anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Unless you're new to the channel, or you're trying to get to a bigger frequency.
Correct.
One thing I would say for people to do if you're trying to get to that frequency is that you that is necessary. Like, that is you so, like, you can research things, you can hear things, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to research. Or should I say, you can hear things, you can get told things, you know what I'm saying, but you got to research it yourself. But then when you're researching it yourself, like how White Rap the News does a lot, make sense of it yourself, like, and use your common sense. And I'll tell you one more thing in this world: never be a follower, ever. Because everyone in this group right now, they're all leaders. Yeah, no following. You feel me?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, follow you into a dark space. Make you follow them into a dark space. And it's kind of crazy, because it's like the people that are on this channel, they're from all over the place. Yeah?
Yep.
All over the place. And someone even just saluted from France as well. Big up France earlier on. I see your comment. I did pull it up. Understand something, people. Us lot, yeah? All of us here, innit? Everyone in the chat, yeah? We all got a job to do, innit?
Sure do.
Just PRB. We all got a job to do. We all got to use this. It doesn't make sense, all this knowledge that we're gathering together here, that we just keep it to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I know you might be in certain circles as well. People don't want to hear certain things.
For real.
It doesn't matter if you don't want to hear it. If you've got love for them. Because see, some people, they will shock you, you know. Some people will shock you. There's people that are told certain things years ago. Yeah? And then one day, it just clicked in their head, something that you told them.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You did your job.
And their common sense, right, the common sense clicked in. And then next minute, you know, they're telling you stuff.
Correct. Exactly.
So
bro.
What I'm saying, go ahead, bro.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, right? Pardon self.
No,
I was gonna talk about, when you said that, it reminded me of the video that you did in your car, where basically I'm piggybacking off of what you're saying right now, where you said you try to share some information or knowledge with family and friends, but their mentality wasn't, it either wasn't ready for that, or they looking at you side eye like, what is Peniros talking about? So, and you said you had to separate yourself from them. Everything that you were saying, I overstood and understood, because
not my family, just some associates that I was about.
I got you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes it could be family too. But I overstood that video because I had to separate my friends, because when I try to bring this information to them, oh, where did you get this information from? YouTube? Ha. You conspiracy, theory, whatever. I used to get upset, real upset, to where I wanted to.
But the reason why the reason why they say that is because that's the only knowledge they know.
Correct.
That's the only thing they know. They go on TikTok and see stuff. They don't know about books and stuff like that.
Correct.
A lot of them, man, they ain't read a books in school.
Yeah.
Exactly. And family.
Or university.
And let me add something in there for you as well, family. You see, sometimes what you got to remember, is that, sometimes you got to look at it. I know it might sound mad, but you got to look at yourself like you're James Bond, or you got to play it like you're in a football team. Because remember, I'm saying, you see some man who's playing big football team, they're getting all 250k a week, or 150 a week. You think their granny or their auntie care about the cup that they're gonna hold at the end of the season? They don't care about that, or the training that they gotta put in. So one day on the field putting in the work,
correct,
they can win that trophy. They don't care. So when it comes down to what you're doing, remember, this is your mission, this is your purpose, and you're playing your position in it. So sometimes the people in your family or your friends, they're not gonna understand what you're doing. Like, cool, I do music, but also I do the motivational speaking. Now, some people might not understand that. They might think, Like, how does that go hand in hand? But it's not for them to understand. I'm just here doing what I'm doing. If I want to do acting tomorrow, if I want to be a chef tomorrow, if I want to do pottery tomorrow, that's up to me.
Correct.
So, yeah,
You're
family,
like,
that's,
You're right, brother.
yeah,
You're right, man. You're right.
blessings.
You're right.
I like that growth and development, man.
Correct. And that's why I try to get around people that's on the same high vibration frequency as me, like-minded. Like you said earlier, we all from different parts. You know what I'm saying? But we all like-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, what's the saying? Great minds think alike or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We all vibrating at the same frequency. That's why we could come and share this information exactly with one another. But like you said, the information is not just to be for us on here. We got to reach the ones who's next to us. You know what I'm saying? That we see on a daily basis, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why now I don't get upset. You know, I just put the information, whatever you do with it. Like I told a lot of them, don't believe what I'm telling you. Go do your research and know what it really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Research is definitely.
I feel like this, Brother Pinero. You know, Brother Bashar has said, he mentioned something in the comments as far as like it's a sin to keep the knowledge to yourself. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes certain things don't need to be discussed. And if you keep talking to people about what it is that you perceive and you've come to an understanding about, that's great. And you share the knowledge where you feel it's needed. But there is this thing called oversharing, where that's the problem now, that it's a blessing and it's a curse in disguise, because we have social media that will, you know, not it's accessible to get this knowledge, whether it's true or not. You know, we have to sift through it and make sense, right? And feel like it resonates with us. But at the same time, it's overload. And you have to pull back a bit to, you know, get a bearing on what's real, the concept is real and what's, you know, what's not, right? And just this, it's just me, because I'm a very a secretive person, right? So I change things that are like a secrecy, because there's certain things that other people shouldn't be privy to know. It may or may affect them. So therefore, there's this protection, if you will, to keep certain things under wraps. And then you use your discretion on where you should be, where you then can talk to people about certain things. But me, myself, you've been on my platform before, but it's been on my plan. And I share only what I know. And it may not all be correct and accurate. But I don't act like I'm a scholar either. I can't say that I've read so many books that I'm well-versed and that I am scholarly. But I also can understand that certain things just don't need to be said. And that's my take.
Oh, hey. Plain and simple, man.
I mean, because think about like the Knights Templar and other organizations that had stuff, you know, to themselves. And think about when these organizations started in the 1700s and so forth, prior or even before that. Yeah. They weren't fitting into the norm.
Correct.
Right. So it'd be this little group that's on the panel and we're all on this same mind frequency, but the others don't get it. Right. So now we convene within ourselves. We talk about things and we share this knowledge amongst ourselves. Correct. And that's how these societies started off. They were outcast. They didn't fit into mainstream. So they went underground.
Correct.
All of this stuff wasn't evil to start off with. Let's just be clear about that. These societies that started off, were misfits. They were asked from their regular society, so they went underground. They weren't content with their government roles and nations and things of that nature. So they went their own little underground and started their own organizations and societies and that.
Correct.
And so I'm privy to everybody to know these things. Did the average person want to know? Maybe. It's like you got to be careful of, not be careful, but you got to be mindful of who you share your information with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true. That's definite. That's like, yeah. Definitely got.
Because I tell you this, I foresee now technology is going to hit its plateau. It might even be at its peak. There was a cartoon show back in the 70s, late 60s, 70s called The Jetsons, and it was a futuristic cartoon.
Yeah, I remember The Jetsons.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that was
and
the 80s.
Yeah,
all the stuff that we yes.
Correct.
The only thing we don't have is the flying car, but we have everything so far that they have on the show.
Oh no, they got the flying cars, Foxy. They got them. They just ain't out, man. Out.
Well, yeah, it's not like everybody had a flyer in that cartoon. Correct. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
But so we've come to its fruition. We've come to their fantasy and everything, those sci-fis that were coming out back in the 50s and the 60s, right? So technology hit its peak, and that is going to plateau again, and things will go back to certain ways. You're still going to need manual labor. You're still going to need people to now fix these machines, right? Because the machines won't be able to fix themselves. I mean, they probably could, but the bottom line is you're still going to need a human behind these things to fix and labor, right? And even certain like the societies, like everybody knows about, like take for instance tarot readings. Now everybody's a tarot reader. Damn near McDonald's had a tarot special last year where they can come into the store and get a tarot reading and get some damn free fries.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
You did a live. Yeah, you did a live talk about it. I remember that. You said, "Hold on, what's going on?" McDonald's?
Yes, brother Penero. Yes, brother BR. Yes.
Facts. I remember that.
So it's become so mainstream and commercialized.
Correct.
I'm a little offended because there is it's a way of life, and it's not a gimmick. But because everybody society has made it like now everybody can grab up tarot cards and start doing it, and you don't know if these people have been trained. Listen, I'm an apprentice. I've gotten up to high priestess status. I'm not ordained, so there's certain things that I cannot do, nor will I do. But mainstream has showed it that it's all right. You can do this. And these people know half the shit that they're supposed to be doing. They look at everybody. Oh, I could look at these cards and read it, look at it and stuff. It's spiritual innate, it's DNA spiritual, innate as well. There's a lot of other things behind it, but I feel like eventually those type of things will go back being underground. Not as secret as it was before, but I feel like the certain spiritualists are going to just have that stuff back because it's a sacred language. Again, it's not for everybody. Like that will come back into being in its secret, in its private form, the way it's supposed to be.
Correct. Because now they got people with not stores, but they got spots now where they got the big signs saying, "Hey, come in for a reading." Back then, like you said, a lot of that was done underground. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You had to know someone who knew someone. You know what I mean? I kind of blame you, and not in a bad way. It's like you purchase a car, and then all of a sudden you start to see the car everywhere in the street. You get what I'm saying? It's like you and I connected through a YouTuber being on his channel, and
but I wasn't doing the cards. I was my.
I know. Correct.
Self.
Correct. No, it's just a reference I'm trying to make, like an example by saying like you was doing that, and then it was like after that they just started popping up. This one got a YouTube channel. This one's doing it. I'm like, oh my goodness, like they're just coming out the woodwork. You know what I mean? So.
And that's So like with other YouTubers as well, giving some of the knowledge and talking about what Brother Peniros talking about for years. Now these type of platforms are popping up and everybody's got an opinion or something to say, and people want to be heard, and that's true. And kudos to them for having their own platform and doing what they're supposed to, doing what they feel is needed for society. But what I'm just saying is that sometimes less is more, is all I'm saying. Less is more.
Can I say one thing? Sorry.
I'm done. Go ahead, PR.
You see, like, one thing I say about the people, and a lot of the people, like, a lot of people been robbed from their voice, in a sense. Their own identities robbed from them. Like, you leave that school phase. You see, when you was in school, you was young, you was high, and some people get older and they lose that. They're stuck in one place. They don't get out no more. So when they come online and they see that it's so free, it's like school again. So they just feel like they got their superpowers back. Now they just free. They want to blur out everything. That's what it's like sometimes for some people. But at the same time, I'd say, like, in London, I won't lie to you, I'll go out and there's a lot of people that, they can't really hold a conversation. They, like, online like this, we could speak. But if I was in front of them, it's like, hello, you all right? And then that's it, done. No, seriously. You see, if I was to pull out something what we're talking about true. Right now.
Yeah. They wouldn't know where to start. Yeah.
They wouldn't know where to start. Or they wouldn't even be able to absorb it. And I'm not saying you should go to the club and start speaking to someone about that, but you could be in the park, you could be anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's very, like, the people who kind of think like this is very limited. The people who are just online to talk and do what they're doing, those are people who are literally just, they need something to do. Because people who really got it going on, they ain't got no time for their phone. They got an hour or 2 or 3, and they might check it every 15 or 30 minutes. But it's hard to be on this thing all day.
Yeah, it's mad.
Trust me, that's when you know it's got you. When you're on this all day, that's when you know, unless it's your business and you're making money from it. Because there's,
Correct.
But trust me, I'm telling you, man, the way they have us right now is dangerous, man. It's like we're watching TV outside. I see people down the road, they're looking at the phone. You know how much people, God forbid, that my wheels on my car has never gone over because of this mobile phone business. Yeah.
That's just a blessing and a curse. Because, it's great to have that. But like you said, Brother PR, is people, we can hold whole conversations with Brother Peniros. I've been on here one time for like 4 or 5 hours. And we were like, everything we had was a conversation after a conversation after a conversation. But the average, not average person, but you go outside, you're not holding that kind of conversation.
No, it's not happening.
Correct.
You're not.
Correct.
And some people they're doing this as business. Some people are just coming on because they didn't have attention, like Brother PR just said, in high school. So this is now their outlet. They're shining now. They're, some people out here attention whores. They want on their phone 24/7, posting all the time.
This is it.
It's happening. I can't.
Not only that as well, posting BS.
Yeah, that's my problem.
I just always thought to myself, when you get to a certain age, man, you have to
grow up.
When you have to, you have to, like, come off of certain things. But you know what it is? Everyone comes off in their own. Only thing we can hope for is that. I know what you're saying as well, PR. Like, I can't even hold certain. I don't go around certain man that much, more because like I can't even really. I don't know what to even say to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about the same old street shit and all that. I just don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, brother, facts.
So, it's like, it's annoying still. It's annoying because it's like, well, can't you just elevate a little bit? But hopefully, the only thing I can say is that hopefully one day that they do, innit?
Correct.
But,
Correct.
but time's running out though, man. Time's running low.
Let me just add one thing in there quickly, brother, yeah? You see, you need those brothers because you see if something really does go down, remember, you know, you can't forget your soldiers. Even though you're soldiers, remember, you know, you can't forget them. It's a football team. There's
no, I can forget them still.
Players.
No, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. Bro, you see when you're saying you can't forget your soldiers, that's all street talk, bro.
No, not like that. No, because you gotta educate them. That's why I say, you see, when I say you can't forget your soldiers, like don't look at the soldiers as guys that just want to be out here. Look, the only reason they're like that is the condition of our. But you see, even me, I was like that. But it's the condition that man's in because of man's environment that I'm in around the people under the same condition. So unless you come out of the box,
but
and
you see my team, blood. My team's built differently, but I don't want soldiers, bro. I want generals in my clique. I don't. This is what I'm saying.
I feel you.
When things pop off out here, it ain't gonna be no soldiers standing next to me and my kids, brother.
No,
there's gonna be nothing but generals, bro. I
Correct.
can't have no weakness in my army or whatever I'm doing, bro. I can't. Not happening.
Respect it. I'm on the same. I'm on the same. Yeah.
PRB, let me ask you a question though, right? Let me ask you a question, PRB.
Yes.
Like what you was just saying to Penero, right? I feel you, and this is what I'm gonna say. I always like to use myself as an example.
Yeah.
I was part of an organization, right?
Yeah.
And I never, even back then, I was running wild. I was a rebel outlaw. I still never steered the guys that was following me in any negative way, right?
Of course.
But like I said to Penero, the video that he did resonate with me because their mind is still back in the 90s when we was teenagers. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what Penero was saying. Like I'm gonna say this too. My street and 3 street over are all doomsday preppers. We're all ready. Each house has things that we can barter, we can use. We are assets to one another and each other. Outside of the 4 blocks radius, just like Penero was saying, their mentality, they program, bro. They sheeples. So a lot of people, even though you're trying to give them the information, they're going to have to learn it on their own. It's just like when I used to go to prison all in the 90s, right? From 93, I did my first prison term from 93 to 1998, 1999.
Yeah.
I came from a good background. I had all good elderly people around me to give me knowledge. I wanted to be a knucklehead, but you know how I had to change? By myself. So what Penero's trying to say is, and I feel him, I don't want soldiers. I want generals mentally, start off with mentally, they generals in their mind, and then the physical and everything else will follow. It's just like how they said, you cut a snake's head off, and then, you know, the body's going to just go down. So it all starts mentally. But a lot of these brothers that we try to reach to, and we trying to, you know, we're not trying to like change them, but we're trying to like change their mentality. Because that's what I had to learn too. I'm not trying to change nobody's characteristic because that's what makes them. But mentally, I want you to think on a higher level and you know what I'm saying? On a higher frequency. But a lot of brothers, they trap. And unfortunately, so a lot of them we can't save, brother. We're never going to be able to. You know what I mean?
I'm with you all the way on that. All the way I'm with you. All the way. This is enough for them. If they tap into this, this is you. When I say that, is like this platform here is enough.
Correct.
Trust me, you don't need to go out there and give them tea and biscuit, you know. We just need to have it like this, family. Trust me, bro.
I like that.
This is enough, bro. I'm telling you.
Facts. Because bro, you know how I test? You know how I test some people?
Yeah.
I'll share like Penero's video with a couple of them. And then I'm like, hey, watch it, assess it, hit me back after you watch it. Let's elaborate on it. Oh, where's he getting his info? First thing, it's negative. All right, where's he getting his information from? It's like, bro, once you come off like that, I don't even want to conversate.
No, but you know what that is as well, though? That's a weak soul, you know. You see some people, they watch certain things and it scares the shit out of them.
Hey, brother Penero, do you know what it is? That is that, yeah? But do you know what it is as well, my brother?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is as well? Imagine this, yeah? It's like it's so dangerous, the world that we live in, in the sense of if you was probably wearing a shirt and tie and you had the background looking mad and you was in it with you doing some madness, they'd be like, yeah, that's the guy, man. He's got the facts, he's got the books out.
Exactly,
he's in the
correct.
lab. Do you understand? But because man ain't got it chopped up like that, remember marketing, is dangerous. They got
it's dangerous.
lining up at McDonald's.
And I did think about that. Hey, P, I ain't gonna front you. I thought about that one time, innit? I thought about that still, but you know what I mean? I thought about it, but I didn't do it though. I didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Trust me, but I'm telling you, bro.
I know what you're saying though, but that's another thing as well. That's how you know there's a bunch of rainbow guys out here. But you watch me, man, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
Hey, why you gotta watch me so hard, man? It's the message, not the clothes. And I'm like,
correct.
Long as I ain't looking like what's his name again? Who's the Scarecrow again? Remember the Scarecrow back in the day? The show. Wurzel Gummidge, yeah.
Right,
don't remember Wurzel Gummidge?
By time.
Hey, listen, when you get a chance, Google Wurzel Gummidge, man. Yeah. Those men don't look like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't. You know what it is with my channel? I don't try too hard to make it look too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the message with me, bro. And another thing as well, I don't worry about the numbers because I'm gonna tell you something now. I always think to myself like, there's only a percentage of people that are gonna make it. I don't even know why I'm laughing. It's not funny. Yeah, but there's only a small percentage of that. There's like 20% of people that are gonna make this shit, bro. So
correct.
It's like the majority. You know what I'm saying? So the numbers don't bother me because I know that whoever comes over here and they subscribe, I know they're real. You know what I'm saying? I know they're really on what I'm talking about. So that's cool with me.
Correct.
Instead of having, don't get it wrong, 100,000 subscribers going to bring me some paper. I ain't going to front. You know what I mean?
Correct.
We're all paying bills out here. We all got petrol. We got cars. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, most of them channels, it's only where they're just following you because of those things you was talking about earlier on. You know what I'm trying to say? And the way they carry themselves and they're doing interviews everywhere and walking around like Andrew Tate. And you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's, people follow different things. Some people are not, they're following the whole package as well, not just the message. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
I'm not trying to give people a whole package. That's the whole thing. I'm not trying to, that's not what this channel is about. I'm not trying.
You're not a salesman. You're not a salesman.
I could turn it into a lifestyle channel sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But the most you'd ever see me doing is playing a game of pool or something. I'm not really trying to show, because I'm really a survivalist. I'm really doing this for real. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm really that guy. I'm not trying to show the people them on the internet too much of where I'm at. You know what I'm trying to say?
Correct.
100%, 100,000,000%. God, that's when you see like a Kanye. I don't know if I can say that. A Ye West. If you see like what he was on now. He kind of went and you understand, done something.
Yeah, he got kind of destroyed yesterday. So I heard yesterday the latest one is he went up for presidency or something in it, Foxy. He went up for presidency.
I didn't
he was supposed to. I don't know if
he got no donations, none.
Madness.
Yeah, nobody wants he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And nobody really wants to deal with that.
I won't. Do you know what? I won't even lie. Yeah, I personally, he might be a bit mad. Yeah, but this is one thing I will say, and this is the problem. You see, because as a people, remember, there's the entertainment, there's the industry, then there's the people. The people don't have a platform to speak on, to speak. So when you go into the industry and start speaking what you're speaking, like hence Louis Farrakhan, people might like it, they might not. But when that man there might go and say 1-2 words, he might not even say nothing about religion. He might just say something to wake you up. And that's it. Everyone, you get me, they're against my man. So for an example, is like we need more platforms for the people. We need to stop. Like as much, like you said, as much as we can make the money off this, but if we get the skills to create our own, we was talking about the lasers and the this and the that. If we have the people who can make the computers, who can make the robots, who can make the thing that are our people, that are the people, not the system, not the robots, then then man can actually win. But until then, until the people can get the funding to put their minds together to do that, this is all we can do.
Not necessarily. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I believe in the people, but I'm still gonna do my thing, innit? Like, yeah,
definitely.
So I'm not waiting for the people to save me for nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
100%.
That's what I'm trying to say. I know you're saying it's a good thing to get the people all together and all blacks stop fighting blacks. Listen, you've gone too far. Right? Listen, too much people have been killed. Yeah. Right.
Correct.
So my thing is, I'm not gonna be one of them people that are like waiting for the brothers to get back together. Like that's not.
That's not logic, anyways. That's not everybody's not gonna be kumbaya, anyways. Yeah, everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing, like, I'm just making sure it's not a selfish thing. I wish they all get back together, but I've got to do my thing. That's
correct.
What I'm saying. Either way, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm not even more saying that. I'm just more saying until we build our own platform for us and we invest in it for us.
You're talking about platform as in internet, my brother?
All of that. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Until we have that.
If you're talking about that, yeah. I get
then you can't be silenced. There's
nothing. Talking about as a,
Yeah, then you can't be silenced.
Yeah, we could do but you know what it is? Don't wait for the people, though. That's what I'm saying. Set it off yourself. Yeah, set it off yourself.
I feel with Pete.
I know what you're saying. Are you talking about like building a platform
where it's made by us? Where it's made by us.
Content?
Yeah. So it's made by us. Like, for an example, you see, obviously we know all of this stuff is satellites and everything. So even if you had your own platform, these lot got certain things, they tap into that, hack into that, you're done. But they can't do that over there on the other side. Hence why they're having problems with the other side. So until us as a unit have that, like as an individual unit, like how Pablo and them man, they used to have it until they tapped into shit and got him on the roof. Like,
but you see them talk there, blood. That's for behind the scenes talk. Them talk.
Oh right.
If you're talking blueprint talk, bro, you got to talk that behind the scenes. That ain't for you. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You got to be careful what you put out on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, respect it.
Even me, I'm working on things behind the scenes, which I can't even be. You know what I'm saying? Like even be. You know what I mean?
That exactly what I just was saying like a couple of minutes ago. With everything, there's certain things that just don't. It's not for everybody.
It's not. You don't know who's in the comments. You got to. And don't forget,
it's for underground. It's meant for underground.
That's for like phone call shit, like, and come and check me to talk, like, you know?
But I do mean it on an underground level as well, like us building our own apps and having our
now
own
we got you, brother. Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah, definitely. But when you're saying us, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to
okay. Yeah.
It's like you got to say that. Yeah, we could do something like that, but I'm not really relying on anybody else. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not waiting for no. I'm not gonna be one of them guys. I'm just not gonna be like, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. I haven't got that much faith in people that much anymore, you know, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you, yeah. My faith in people, I'm losing it because people are going crazy out here, and the way people are going crazy out here, mixed with other signs, I'm seeing raw. We are getting to the end. And some people, and I'm not wishing it on them, they're not going to make it to the end. It's going to be too late for them. Yeah. And the thing is about it, what is sad, is that they've had people like me in their life. They've had people like Maybach. They've had people like PRB. They've had people like Foxy. People like Schiffer. You know what I'm saying? And we are the people that tried to come to them, and we was their angels, basically. And we can talk about that in another show. That's another deeper thing.
That's another angels on earth. Oof. We're not ready for that.
Yeah, spiritual forms carrying to earthly bodies.
Angel gang. Do
you understand what I'm saying? But not everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody. See the thing about us here, we're not with the entertainment world, innit? So we don't really get bigged up like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't idolize them.
Celebrities. That's
Yeah,
why.
we don't
why do you think
idolize
the Baphomet took? Why do you think the Baphomet and them devil people them took over the entertainment thing first? Because they know that's where everyone would run to and look up to. They're not going to look up to the people that are making books and reading books and stuff like that anymore, and scholars and things like that. They don't look up to that shit no more. Not even the people that go university look up to them people. Yeah, they can't wait for weekend to come so they can shake that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they done. They took over that first, so it makes it harder for us to break through. But we're gonna break through as much as we can.
But I won't lie, that's why I'm trying to tap into both, because that's why I do the music as well. Cause I still give them the old to let them, like, not even to let them know, but it's a whole. It's if man need Freddy Krueger's there. If we need, you know, Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is there. So all it's an entertainment.
No, on that note, just on what you just said, don't people out there, man, don't get soft, man.
Yeah.
Don't get soft out here, man.
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Like, and when I say that to say, like,
the
world's getting worse, man. So there's certain people out here that want to settle down with their missus, and that's cool. That's nice. It's beautiful. But don't get soft, though. Don't get soft.
Correct.
No, keep the same energy that you had before, but just know how to place your energy.
Correct.
But don't start like even working out sometimes. Make sure you work out sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Keep the muscles flowing, because anytime you might have to use that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know you want to like don't get soft. Don't get soft.
Yeah.
Peniros licking off 100 shots right now, man. You standing in the middle, busting 100 rounds, right?
Yes, nah, you have to, but you know what? You have to stay solid in the jungle. When you're in the in the jungle.
Facts.
Yeah, when you're in the jungle, you have to stay solid, man, because remember, you got 24 hours in the day.
Yeah.
You know, when you're outside during the day, there's a lot of different, you're coming across a lot of different energies, a lot of different people. You see, like I say, you see that where man can do the difference between the street shit and certain things. Because I got this knowledge, I've had situations where I'm walking down the road and me and a man is looking and he's looking at me as like he wants to say something. And he's gone and said something to me, and I'm saying to him, yo, it's not even a what's the problem situation, because I can feel your energy. I know what you're going on with. I'm saying to you, yo, I'm just like you, you know.
Yeah.
And the situation that you're in right now, that got your head fried up, I've been in that situation. So it's not that me and you can't get busy right now. It's not even that. But what it is we ain't animals in the jungle. You have to understand.
Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Let me stop you there. So people, do you see what my man just said? You see the control and the energy that he used and the power that he had to contain and turn the situation around and actually try to help this brother. That's a different type of person, man.
No, fact.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because I've been in that situation too. I seen some youth one time walking down the road. Like, you only see them mad youths and they're walking, they're just talking to themselves. And he's past me and he's looked at me. And I said, you only say to yourself, please don't look at me. I can see you coming, yeah? So please. You don't see the demons, they're bastards, yeah? They're bastards, right? So he's come past, he looked at me. But I mean, I've nearly snapped into the other Don Penero instead of Penero's man.
Yeah.
So I've gone like, what's the matter with you? I said, what's the matter with this? I need to come down and start walking around like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to approach him like that because the energy that he had.
Correct.
So you need to calm down and walk around like that. By the time I end up talking to him, he was telling me about his. But by the time listen. By the time I finished talking to him, the guy was telling me his problem. He was telling me what he's been going through. Some people just need, and it's good
someone
what
to talk.
BRB said, because sometimes you've got to save people from getting knocked the hell out as well.
Correct.
You understand me?
100%.
Yeah?
100%.
Sometimes you can make someone's life worse. Like, he could be having a really bad day and going through shit, went out the road, got his teeth knocked out, and he'd be going through worse. You understand?
Correct.
So you have to know when to control the energies. If it's a thing of where man's coming at you, that's different, isn't it? You know what I'm
Bro,
saying? But
brothers,
in certain
that happened to me
situations,
this afternoon, bro. I'm picking up my
in body
kids from
language, you can
school.
tell what it is. You know?
Yeah, I'm picking up my kids from school. And this dude, same thing, like how P was saying, right? This dude's just staring at me. And I'm like saying to myself, why is he staring at me like a killer when he's probably
Like he
picking up
fancies
his
something.
kids, his niece? You know what I'm saying? So what I did is I approached him
Yeah.
and I just mellowed the energy by saying, how you doing, brother? Because he's staring at me. So he probably wanted me to react the way I think he wants me to react. But like y'all are saying, I just mellowed everything out by saying, hey, how you doing, brother? By just putting my energy out there and lowering his vibration. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, like this is what we've been, you know, when we come from these bad environments, we've been programmed to look at another person that looks just like us, like they're the enemy. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know this dude. He don't know me. I ain't did nothing to him, but maybe somebody else did something to him, and now he's looking for somebody to act out on. And I, like you said, I didn't give him that. Because like I said, I'm picking up my kids. I'm not trying to be on no negative energy picking up my kids so they can feel my negative frequency. Because kids are like, I don't want to compare them to
another thing as well,
uh-huh.
the reason why you approached him so quickly too is because you don't want it to continue. Like you don't want to be going there every day.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So you approach the situation straight away. That's what real men do anyway. That's what real men do. Approach the situation straight away. But sometimes you gotta help these guys to help themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
And sometimes as well, you have to understand when you know what you're capable of as well, don't take advantage of it.
100%. That's the number one.
I had to learn that myself over the years.
Yeah.
Don't take advantage of it when you know what you're capable of.
Like,
you got nothing to prove. When you get to a higher frequency, when you're somewhere with a high frequency, you got to know that okay. So you're gonna have them days though, because you're only human. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I don't think that we're gonna be walking around perfect.
Correct.
We have bad days as well, like everybody else, but we just might be able to, you know,
manage it.
Control it a little bit or direct it in, you know what I'm saying? But
correct. No, that's a fact.
When you know well, listen, when you know what you're capable of, it's not worth it.
But,
you know what's going on.
Listen, I won't lie to you. And listen, like you see, like this is the problem because now we got people in power that they're kind of just like us, but they're a bit jumpy. So these people, they got buttons in front of them that you understand. When these lot get a bit jumpy, they start pushing things and start fucking up. No, excuse my language, my French. But yeah, man.
Yeah, they let the emotions get the best of them. See, but like Peniros was saying, back then in the 90s, because I wasn't able to control my ego and my pride, it would have been a staring match. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna stare him down to one of us. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna look away. He's gonna, you know what I mean? But like you said, I grew up mentally. I don't got nothing to prove no more. I know who I am. So I approached the situation and let him know, like, brother, I don't know what you was, you know, just was like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? You know, and right then and there, I eased the whole tension. And like you said, I took control of the whole situation. You know,
it's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Nah, it's not. It's not, brother. Because the dude was staring. When I say staring, he was ice grilling me like I took something from him, like, or you know what I mean? Like I did something. You know, I don't know. Maybe I look like somebody that did something to him in the past. I don't know. You know what
maybe it was that. Maybe it was
He's
that.
Having a bad day, man. A lot of people trust me. Day. That's why I told you people need motivation. Because they're out here having a bad day. When you hear something motivating, you need to smile. You need to wake up.
Correct.
I'm happy to be alive, D. Man, I'm smiling. I got people looking at me like they can smell gold droppings. I'm saying, yo, fix up, my brother. You're out in the city. You're living good. Do you understand? You got shoes on your feet. Do you want me to show you some people? They are living rough. They wish they could spend 20 minutes in your shoes.
Correct.
So,
correct.
Yeah, man. It's mad. But like we said, we know there's the other side of what's going on. So it's nice, but it ain't too nice. When you know what you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hopefully everyone can just get it together at some point. So then the army would be bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it, man.
Yeah, man. Impulsive said what? Impulsive said, I don't know this. Jesus is coming. Who's that? Peppa Pig, yeah?
Yeah, that is.
Peppa Pig. Impulsive coming too. The rapture of his children is about to happen.
Please remember
one?
I like it when people just use
Antichrist
quotes. No, do you know what it is? I love it when people use quotes in scriptures and however they feel like whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, because it just shows that they're taking some sort of understanding from something and they're relating it into today. You understand? And they're seeing what's going on within the people. That's just what I love. No matter what book it comes from, what scripture it comes from, just that you took something from that and you can relate it today. Because a lot of people sometimes, I think they take a lot of things like, everyone's got their own mind in it, but
yeah. I never mock people's beliefs and things like that. You know.
Correct.
Like, because there is some people that are on the internet that believe in things I believe in it, but they've got things to say. If you go through my videos, you'd never ever see me like mocking another religion.
Correct.
Because it's like, you know, you have to respect people's beliefs at the same time.
That's a fact.
Do you know?
You have to respect them.
Do you know what it is as well, brothers and sisters? It's like we gotta understand that. I don't think anyone on this page is over 50.
No.
Not me, definitely. I'll be there soon, but I'm not trying to rush there though. 4 more years, I'll be there. Yeah, 4 more years.
When I turn 50, I'm 45. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean?
All right. So considering we know how old our grandparents is, and considering how long we know that the time that we're living in now, 2020 something, we've been here like a ant space. Ant, like we would be an ant compared to how long life, like this world and everything has been going on. If that makes sense. Yeah. So we're new, so we're learning new stuff. This stuff, even though stuff is coming up, but this stuff is very new to us.
Correct.
Yeah. So we gotta understand when it comes to religion. Yeah. When it comes to religions and certain other things, just because we may have learned one religion doesn't mean we can't learn all the other religions. And it doesn't mean
I did. I have done that. That's the thing. I have actually done that. You know what I'm saying? And and you actually find like there's a lot of similar comparisons.
Yes, similarities. Correct. In all the religions, correct.
Even if there's even if there's no similarities, I feel like it's like this sometimes. Say you like Evian, I like Highland, and you know someone else likes another water. Eventually, even if there is no similarities, someone's gonna be like, "Well, Highland's the best," and we're like, "Well, it's not about who's the best, you know. It's like when you're thirsty, you're gonna absorb it. It's gonna come out of you. That's all it's gonna do for you while you're here." So it's best.
Yeah, but that's that name brand bullshit. That's that name brand bullshit, though. You know what I'm trying to say? Even though I've mixed in it myself, but that's that name brand bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And I feel like we do that with religion. We shouldn't brand the religion, because more time it's just a way of, like I say to people, if you was born on a ship in the middle of the ocean, where would you be born? Where are they gonna say, "Yo, I'm from the ship in the middle of the ocean"? Like they ask you, "So where are you from?" So when you put yourself to the land, like, this is the land where I'm born, it's like already you're trapped in. Already they got you. You're stuck.
Correct.
So we got to kind of understand us as we have to put things here, and you know, religion is needed, numbers is needed, locations is needed. Otherwise, we'd be lost as a people. We put these things here to keep track. So people need religion, because in some other places, you know, they ain't got this language. They got their own language, and that's how they describe their religion, in that language, because they can't break it down in this way. So That's for me why I don't never, unless you're doing some crazy stuff. Like, and when I say crazy stuff, I'm talking harming people. Like, every religion to me should be righteous. No harm should be involved in it. You understand? Unless you're dealing with wickedness. But yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to pose a question, and the question is: would you say that if everyone the different religious beliefs, if they all followed their religion properly, like step by step, yeah, not saying that none of them are. Maybe I am saying it sort of.
Yeah.
Would you say that it would be a more peaceful world?
Yeah. I personally do.
They don't really promote. They don't promote. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you have to believe in it. I'm just saying if they actually followed it step by step. Like,
Correct.
Yeah, because for me, sorry, brothers. For me, I personally believe that in some religions, it's more of a discipline. That's what they're teaching you, how to be disciplined. Do you get me? It's not. They're not. They're not teaching you nothing but that. They're just teaching you, and sometimes you need that. You need to sacrifice and be disciplined, because let's just say, for an example, I say I'm going to transfer Foxy a grand, I'm going to transfer Peniros a grand, I'm going to transfer Maybach a grand, and next week we join the show. Foxy's like, yeah, I still got £990. Peniros says, oh, I got 80 quid. Maybach says, I ain't got nothing. So because you lot didn't sacrifice, now you lot are asking for more. But Foxy don't need nothing because she sacrificed. She knows that, yo, this could carry me into the end of the year.
Correct. Like you said, discipline. Correct.
Discipline. And that's what it needs. And that could just be down to her religious beliefs. That could be to what she believes in. That is her religion. Her religion is discipline. Like, discipline should come down as a religion. Because that's how much it's needed in whatever you're doing. Not saying no one's perfect. We mess up.
Facts.
We mess up as people, but once you're willing to just, try and get back to the, the discipline, then yeah, you're gonna make it. Like you said, brother, you have been to prison, yeah. So you gotta remember, you've had to discipline yourself not to make certain decisions to put you back there.
Correct.
No matter what that could be, even if God, well, we don't have to say too much, but it's just that you could make a crazy decision. Someone could have, that guy that looked at you the other day, you could have said, you know what the fuck I've been through, bro. You the fuck you got. Sorry, what I'm saying. You understand the language, but
yeah, I got you.
And that could have turned into something else. That 20 minutes of anger could have turned into 24 years of madness.
Correct.
So this is the discipline that we got.
Hey, bro. Hey, Peter. Yo. Especially where he is in America.
Exactly.
But in America, man, they be throwing out years like they're flipping.
No, you're right, brother.
I want to answer Brother Peniros' question.
With the religion? Talking about with the religion?
Yeah, the religion. Yeah. And Brother PR's saying something that's the deal, is that you need to have this discipline. And if you look at the Islamic culture, the Islamic faith, they are disciplined in that respect. Make sure that they pray 5 times a day. They don't, ingest certain things that according to their faith, like that. And would that make the world a better place? Yeah, if everybody practiced the way they're supposed to, if they're quoting their script, then be any harm to another person. But we'll know that these scriptures, people use that to harm this person. And say, oh, well, God, forgive me because I repented. You killed this person. Excuse me. You just deleted this person you're talking about.
All right.
So it should, in theory, yes, it should. People.
It should, yeah.
In theory, reality, no, because you see it, they're not applying what they're getting from their religious orders and the next person. Some are. I'm not gonna say all, but some are.
Correct. No, you're right. Because the good book, man,
that's what basically. Where in the Bible Where in the Bible? No, I was gonna say, where in the Bible does it say that vicars and priests are allowed to smash off little boys? Where does it say that?
Correct.
No, I don't agree with none of that. But I put all of that on the human themselves. Like I said, this is a righteous thing. I'm
so
sure
that's what me and Foxy are saying. That's what we're saying. We're saying if everyone lived by that discipline that you was talking of earlier as well, PR, if everyone lived by that, the world would be a blatant better place.
Yes,
regardless, I mean, of what religion.
This is it.
Well, it boils down to
what's happened.
It boils down to humanity. Yesterday, I was on a platform that questioned the young man that got killed. Deleted in Memphis 2 weeks ago. He was a melanated boy, about 28 years old. He's a young man, rather, by other melanated. And come to find out, I don't know how it's true or not. We're dealing with somebody that he was not into black women, and that he despised them. And the question: should we still be in an outroar or outrage?
Hold on a minute. Who said that?
Supposedly,
they're trying to slander man's name after they murdered
right.
him up.
Correct.
And so I said,
he had a child, though, Foxy.
Yeah. So we don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it was for controversy, but the bottom line is, if this young man, he shouldn't have been, period, regardless what the infraction was, whatever the altercation was, no justifying why he needed to be taken.
Correct.
Regardless if he didn't. So if God, something happens with you, Brother Penero or Maybach and PR, doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are, what the skin color is. If I see you down and out or some harm, I come to you and say, you're all right, need help.
Yeah.
Correct.
I stop to think if he's Hebrew, to think if he's Moor or a Muslim or a Christian. Let me stop while he's slumped over on the floor. No. That's where humanity, this is where we're losing in this righteousness. Because if you took the words and you applied this, your God body, you wouldn't be hating on the next person, and you're not going to be using your religion and saying, oh, I can't do this or I can do this in the name of, because it's humanity.
Yeah. And that's what, just to add in for you, sister,
I'm done.
I feel like you see anyone who's doing wickedness in the name of whoever they're calling the name of,
right?
Like all they're doing as an individual, it's like me going in London, we got football teams. It's like me being an Arsenal supporter. I run into the Chelsea stadium. I'm like, F all the Chelsea supporters. And I end up beating someone up, bam. Yeah, even though I'm an Arsenal supporter, what? Should that ruin it for all of us? It's just because I'm that one individual that ain't got no sense. Like, furthermore, you're not even a supporter. The supporters are loyal. We don't do that. You betrayed us.
Correct.
You understand? You need to get out the community. You can, we're happy. You can have him. We don't want nothing to do with that guy. And this is exactly what goes on. But I understand exactly what you're saying.
Correct.
Any sister or brother on the road bleeding out, listen, I can't lie, because even in London, it's a bit risky as a black man. Like when the police around any anything.
Yeah.
I will stop and help, but it is still a bit risky because
I mean, but I'm just giving a case scenario. I'm giving a case scenario. That's a little dangerous. You want to assess the first. Like, I'm going to be involved in something if I step in and try to help. But what I'm saying is that for us to say, no, I'm not going to talk to this guy because he's a woman. Hey, that's your preference. Yeah. Now, I might not agree with certain things that's what you're doing, but who am I to step in if you're needing money, or you need help with your family or so forth, and you know, I can do it, apply that and help you.
Correct.
I'm not to think this guy might be Sunni Muslim. Let me just wait a minute, let me think about this first. And this is some of the problems here in America with the so-called black person, because they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to figure out where they belong and who do they belong to, instead of just realizing that you're a human first and foremost.
We all are. Correct. We all are.
They've let the whole slave thing, you know, they celebrate here in America called Black History. One man who wanted to have a week letting be acknowledged and talk about the called Black person's plight, which came now into the government made it Black History Month. Hallmark card made it a Black History Month. But you saying that, guess what? The same government that's giving you a holiday, the same government doesn't acknowledge the word black. Because by law, it's dead. That does not exist. You are cattle.
Sister, it's cracking up a piece on my side, you know.
Yeah, facts. You a little bit in the matrix, Foxy.
Am I?
Yeah, you keep chopping up a little bit in and out. But we definitely heard what you said. Nah, but what you're saying is real. It's the truth, you know.
Foxy's using them fancy headsets.
Oh.
I think the Bluetooth headsets are a bit funny. Even my one's a bit.
She sounded like the Terminator.
You're gonna jump in and jump out and jump back in.
Nah, but what she's saying is the truth, brother. Especially, you know, we out here in the US, man. There's a lot of like separation, segregation. You know, people are still being programmed by what they've been miseducated on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm Catholic. This one is, oh, I'm Christian. So right then and there, you know, the Christian person, well, I'm more holier than thou. You know what I mean? It's just like everything got a group to it. Everything is a different separation. It's like two of my friends, they're brothers. I remember the first time one of my friends was introducing me to his brother. The first thing he said was, oh, this is my stepbrother. I'm like, bro, why you even say that? That's your brother at the end of the day. Like, why, once you put the step in front of it, it's like you separating yourself away from that person. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we've been programmed, you know what I'm saying, to think and talk and stuff like that. So that's why we have all of these you know, everybody thinks one group is better than the other. This person, oh, my skin is lighter, so I'm on a higher plane than you. You know what I mean? Like this country is just. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. What you said earlier on is you said about the religion saying they're better than this person, but
correct.
We've actually got a park in London where they go down there. It's called Speaker's Corner, and that's all they do. All the different religions go in there and they debate each other. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Are you serious? What's the park called? What's the name of the park?
It's called Speaker's Corner. Type it in one day. Speaker's Corner.
Okay.
Hyde Park, yeah. So instead of them debating each other, trying to get the next man to believe in what they're saying, even though they're not the same religion, why don't you go and find some new people and unlock some new minds?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Don't waste time in debating other religions.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even
go and find some new people to unlock. Sorry, brother.
Sorry, family. Even if sometimes I believe, because I don't Farrakhan a lot because I like the way he breaks things down, yeah. But one thing he does say is like, let's just give you an example. Like, let's say every religion was on a mountain and everyone was at different points of the mountain, and we got to the top of the mountain, and I asked you, what did you see, my brother? And my brother said, I saw a tree. And then the other one said, I saw a bear. And the other one said that I saw this. It doesn't mean you didn't see that, because you approached the mountain at a different angle than I did. We're on the same path on the same thing, but you're seeing it right now. If I look out my window, I'm gonna see something different to everyone that's on this chat right now. Does that
Correct.
mean I'm a liar?
No.
So this is what's going on. We got books here that people have obviously put their time in working, and we got everyone discussing. Oh, he's a liar. This one's a liar. How do you know? You weren't there looking out my man's window, and this is what's going on. So that's just from what I can see when it comes to religion.
Yeah.
Like, you know, who's to
No,
say
that's a fact though.
You got the people in the chat.
Yeah, salute to everybody, man, tuned in,
What
man.
happened?
Blessings,
sorry.
blessings.
Hold on. No, I just gotta drop the link again.
For Fox.
I gotta start looking at my comments a bit more, man. I keep missing comments. But everyone, much love for coming over, man. Seriously, you come over here, it's a high spiritual thing we're dealing with, you know.
Facts. I'm glad you sent me the link too, man. Appreciate you sending me the link. You know, appreciate that.
Oh yeah, on thingy, yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Yeah.
What you on WhatsApp?
No, I don't even have one. No, I'm not on there.
Yeah, I know. A lot of my people over there don't do WhatsApp still. I've noticed that.
Yeah, I mean a lot.
You do iPhones and all that.
Well, actually, I don't even have an iPhone. I'm still Team Android. Yeah, I'm still Team Android.
I'm Samsung. I'm all day. You know.
Oh no, I got a No, I got both. I have a Android and then I got 2 Samsungs. Yeah, I'm Samsung too. Yeah.
I thought Samsung was an Android.
Huh? The Android I got?
I thought Samsung is an Android. It's an Android.
Yeah, well,
Samsung's an Android.
Yeah, well, the phone I'm on right now is an LG. It's actually an LG, but go ahead. Fox, you sound perfect now.
Man, they didn't want me to be great. That's why.
No, he said you had the trucker headsets on.
Yeah, I had no headsets on. StreamYard just didn't want me to be great and start speaking about the trueness.
Yeah, you come in loud like a concert speakers now.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was. They didn't want me to start speaking about that real deal. You're not a black person. They don't want to hear that. Keep talking dumb, Foxy. Keep talking about your cars. That's what's going to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yo, Panero, we waiting for a Mindful Monday, man. I'm waiting for Panero to pull up.
I was on a madness this week, man. It's been kind of crazy lately, man. Hence why I keep doing the live.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, but this is Foxy's home as well. She knows what time. I'm gonna definitely try my hardest, but it's a bit mad. Mondays are a bit hectic for me, man. Jesus.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, and then to come on early. Like I didn't do a Mindful Monday. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the midweek. But I haven't done the Mindful. Like I've been just between my dad and just trying to like get myself together. It's a lot. And then just to be on social media, like I really it's overwhelming sometimes. Like this being up here and being what they call a content creator and things like that. It's a lot. It's a lot of behind the scenes.
All right. You got to dedicate that time. You're right.
Yeah. Now I'm not the most how they say consistent person, and I'm consistent when I feel like I need to be.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me last week, what did I want to see with my page? Did I want to see my page? Do I want to see the channel grow? Mm-hmm. Or is this just for fun or entertainment? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I don't mind if grows, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to just get messages wherever it needs to be. And that's that.
That's real.
I can come in here trying to make money off of this. I'm not here to friends with everybody. Like it's not, this is business, but at the same time, like I have my people who I'm cool with. And that's enough for me. My platform is still small, and that's fine. Like I'm not here in this race to get to higher viewership, but I do know that some of my stuff is being construed because of the things that I am saying. Mm-hmm. So I know that they've onto my little platform and like, she's the, you know what happened? I started acting up. I got full bars and everything. I couldn't speak. So
no, they're definitely playing with your platform. They're definitely playing with
you know fudging my numbers.
Now the time that you put in, Fox, it doesn't make sense to what's coming back.
Thank you.
Don't make no sense.
Thank you.
No, but see, that's why
it's going on 2 years. It's going on 2 years in March.
But see, that's why I told you too. Like, if you have the time to just try to do a lot of shorts, because shorts help you. Because I don't do lives. I just do uploads, and I already reached over 10,000 views. And I'm like, how did I reach 10,000 views? I got the message, and I'm like, what? I already got 10,000 views. I was shocked, and that was like last month.
Yeah, but it depends on what you're putting out. Like as of certain things.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like if you're going to be showing entertainment stuff, that's going to get you views. But me talking about certain things that we're talking about right here.
Oh yeah, dude, that's not. Yeah, we know. Correct.
And I'm not going to change that. I'm not for entertainment.
Yeah, no, I feel you because I put a little bit of sports before I created the sports channel. I put like little Celtics highlights. Those are my most watched, and that's another thing. We're in a time where people's attention span is very yes. So the shorts is the most views, but the positive clips that I put up, like I put up the thing about the Kellogg cereal. That's like low views. I'm like, what? You want to know this information about? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with the cereal? Like, but I put basketball. LeBron gets dunked on. Oh, everybody wants to see that.
Exactly. That's where you got the most viewership at. It was that.
Yeah, correct. I put it like a lot.
I'm not into sports, so none of that. I'm into gossips. I'll be posting stuff about, whatever it is. That's what I mean. So my thing is always going to be at a certain level. But again, like I just said, I'm cool with that. Because again, I'm not here my intention to come on to YouTube wasn't to money off of this. And I'm going to be, like I got to get thousands of subscribers and things like that. That's for me, it's overwhelming. And the hardcore audience is not even in the thousands.
Yeah. Oh, can I ask you a question? You ever, I don't stream on Bigo. But I have friends that's on there and they got a lot of tarot readers. That's where they at, like right there, Bigo.
Yeah, I heard on TikTok too. And I'm like, I'm not going on these things.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier before I came on the live about was I on the platform at that time? But I know you mentioned about TikTok. No, I didn't come on. I didn't come on
none of these other streaming things. Like this is it. The only place I was at before I came to YouTube, and that's because I had said, you know what, you something here. Keep your YouTube page. But I was on Instagram and that's it. I wasn't on any other platform. Like, listen, the less I can be on social media, the better it is for me spiritually. Yeah.
What you say,
spiritually and mentally.
What Peniros said? He was talking. What's up?
Does Foxy sound like her thing's cutting out, or is it me?
It was a little bit. I thought she was just fine just recently, but
can you hear me now?
No, we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but Peniros, can you hear me?
Yeah, as long as you're coming out, it's cool. But to me, it sounds like he's bitty. That's why I was asking Maybach. Does it sound like that from his end?
It was doing it a little bit.
No, he said it was good. That's why. That's why I went out and came back in.
Yeah, it sounds alright now.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds good.
People, these people are. But yeah, it's been a good show. It's been a great show. But go ahead, Foxy.
No, that's it. Saying like, if you have an intention for any content creators that want to come out and you feel like YouTube is their place to be, I encourage it. That's fine. Just know your core audience, know what it is that you want, and if you do want to pay for this, why not? They got in it. But the other thing is that you will be compromised. Because if you want to speak like how, not confident that way, you so sweet. if you want to not say, if you don't want to get your channel, flagged and stuff like that, it's got to be careful once you get up there and you're monetized. Now, some people don't care if they're monetized or not. They're going to speak their truth anyway.
Yeah, right the news.
What? Oh, he was off the hook last week. I was like, what?
Yeah. I told him, bro, you got to read the emails. Like, you get emails from YouTube that tell you what you can do and what you can't do. So a lot of people, they don't know that. They don't know that. So when people jump on the show and I say to you this, that, and that, don't take it personally because I know you don't know. You know what I mean? But I've got to inform you. Yeah. But White Rap the News, what did he say to me? He said, you don't care about it. And he's just going to say what he wants to
3 channels already, and he's got, what, 2 that are flagged down or something?
Yeah, flagged down. But you can't really expect the channel to grow. Like, if you don't go by the guidelines a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You got to read the email. They sent me the email. That's why I was like, okay, I know what to not say now. Use keywords. I haven't gotten to that because they've been still messing with my numbers allegedly. And I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna keep speaking the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat, until I can't. But that's just it. Like when I was just doing the tarot cards, Brother Peniros, I was getting all the views, even the shorts. I'm the views. But as soon as I start talking that, like we're talking,
yeah, that was it.
They don't want to hear that.
So hold on, are you separate? I know you'll start a whole, like during that one live, you'll do the card reading after. So when you upload it, do you separate them two, or you keep it as one still?
No, I keep it as one.
That's why. If you separate it, it'd be different. Try separating it.
I'm not separating it. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. I know what it, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the reason why it's cards is because that's how I am my platform, how I am channel. But
Fox, where you at in the house? Hold on. Where you at? Wherever you at, it's getting choppy again. It's starting to chop up again.
Can you hear me, Brother Peniros?
Nah, we hear you. I hear you, but it's just chopping up. Yeah, it's going in and out a little bit.
I thought it was just me because Maybach said before it was all right.
Nah, when she first came in, it was perfect. I don't know wherever you was at when you first came back in. It sounded great. Like I said, it sounded like you was at a concert, like coming to a concert speaker.
You got to stand in one spot and that.
I haven't moved at all. I'm telling you, like my vibration right now.
You in your original spot when you go live? Is that where you at?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe it's a nighttime thing. I don't know.
No, it's because I'm telling some stuff. I'm telling you what it is. I'm not gonna guess what it is.
They mad you complaining about the
mad. How dare she complain when she's using our platform? Who she thinks she is? This is ours.
How dare you? Oh, you see, hold on. I want to say this too. Can I say this real quick? My fault, Peniros.
People in the chat, hold on, Maybach.
Okay, my fault.
No. Hold on. People in the chat, can you please put up a message to say you can hear Foxy or does she sound bitty, please? Because it might be just us. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Can you just put up if she sounds like she's in the Matrix or
unmute Foxy and say something.
That's it. 1 2.
Yo, my peoples, I'm coming back soon. And Foxy, I heard you still, but I'm coming back. My peoples. I'm still there.
All right, my G.
All right, brother.
PR can hear me.
Mic check.
She sounds better now, innit, Fox? Innit, Maybach? She sounds better now.
Yeah. Mic check, Foxy.
One in the chat, if I'm clear in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's sleeping.
No, you got people watching it. I see the numbers.
Foxy, I swear you fell asleep. I'm sorry to blow you up, but I swear you fell asleep.
What?
Did you fall asleep last show?
Yes. Oh my God, didn't I? Oh my God.
Yo, what's up with you falling asleep? This is like the third time I'm hearing you.
I thought I said goodbye to you. I did.
So when I
Panero,
closed
she
down
was
the
snoring.
show,
She was snoring.
no, when I closed, it was me rap. I think it was me rap the new white rap.
No, rap left.
Oh, did rap leave? No, he didn't.
It was somebody else that was on.
No,
He was there. I thought he was leaving.
No, he did leave. Someone else was there though.
Yeah, somebody else was there.
And then I was saying, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna slay rap, but rap.
Yo, I meant to apologize.
No, but listen, man was talking. What I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna blow man up, but what I'm saying is someone was talking, and I think you just slipped off. I don't know what happened. You just slipped off. So when I went to close down the show, I'm like, Fox. All I hear is.
Foxy, you snoring? You snoring?
I just locked off the live, man. I was thinking, how can she not saying goodbye when she's there?
I thought like in my head, I thought I was like saying goodbye, but I just was because we were like up till here was like almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was like out. I was like, I meant to apologize, but then I was like, I didn't really know if I or not. But then I was like, oh shit, I think I fell asleep on. I fell asleep on P. Oh my god!
You don't remember finishing the show? You know what I mean?
I was in twilight. I didn't know if I finished it or not. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious.
My bad to the audience. My bad to the listeners.
No, you could. They can't hear it. They hear it, folks.
Oh yeah, behind the scenes.
You know when you lock off the show and you're backstage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
We're cutting some Z's back there.
So I don't know what you were smoking that day. It must have been Crow. Wow.
Nah, I took my nighty night. I was like, I'm out. But I was trying to time it because I knew I was gonna be asleep soon. But I was like, wait a minute. And then it was like I said, it was going on like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, damn. My bad.
That little white rabbit, man.
Yeah, White Rabbit had me. Yeah, he was off the hook. I was like, what? I can't believe this.
Oh my god, it is.
Like, salute to White Rabbit because he was keeping it, you know, he's like, I don't care.
No.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm trying to do the alley-oop on him. Like, yeah, so we got not say that to people because then it sounds like we hating over here. Oh my god.
Salute to White Rabbit.
Yeah, so
yo, he's been on this platform. He was on here the other day, last time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Peniros trying to tell him like. Peniros like, brother, you can't use some of these words, and
we
he's
don't
like,
want to sound like we at a hate speech concert. We don't want none of that. Nobody coming after us.
Yeah, he was going in. I was like, yo, I'm listening. I'm like, yo, that's how I used to be. But when you get on somebody's platform, you gotta be mindful. Yo, you got me saying mindful a lot lately. I've been like using that word like,
be mindful. Use your brain. Use your mind.
He's like, man, I don't care. They took 3 of my channels already. And I'm like, that's the mentality I had at first. But I'm like, if you remember, I told you Instagram was doing that to me. Oh, yeah, fact checkers.
Yeah, Instagram will put you in jail real quick.
Yeah, they're like, oh, our fact checkers check the information and your information is false. And I'm like, man, I got this from Google. This is the same. This is your people's. I'm getting the information from your people's and you telling me that this information is false. I'm like, you know what? And then somebody hit me up, my homeboy. He was like, what you got to do is you can't really put the stuff certain ways on IG. So I learned ways to go around it. And ever since he hit me to that, enlightened me to that, my messages has, not been deleted. You see, I share it more, like clips with you and stuff like that. I share some with Panero, a few people that's like-minded. Like, cause like something you said earlier resonated with me. I was sending a lot of stuff to a lot of people that's like, yo, bro, if I can't use this in my everyday life, I don't care. And I'm like, so you don't want to know what's going on? And that's why I had to learn, like, information is for everybody, but not at the same time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we're vibrating on the same frequency. So even you said some stuff like, brother Maybach, and I had to realize like, and be respectful and mindful too, to sending some people informations because they're like, brother, like this doesn't do nothing to you. What I never really tell. I said this to my homegirl the other day. I do a lot of body meditation and I do mind meditation. So when I'm getting all of this information, remember I told you, I maybe it's the Libra, my sign, me as just the person I am. I'm like a hamster on a wheel for information. So the more I can get and I can pass it on, for some reason, my brain, like I could remember second grade like it was yesterday, but some of this information doesn't store that long. So I feel like if I share it with you, I can always go into the history of me sending you the clip and refine my mind. You know what I mean? Like re-educate myself with it. So that's why I send it to people, because sometimes I get lost in the sauce that I forget to save the clips myself for me. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, there was something I wanted to share with this person and I didn't even save it. So I'm like, okay, let me go on the last clip, maybe the clip I sent to Peniros, and maybe it's still there. You know what I mean? And then I'll share it with somebody else. Like I do that with Lotus a lot. She'd be like, oh, keep it coming. And I like that. And she'd be like, oh, I didn't know about this. And I like that somebody that I'm informing don't know about certain things. That's because, like, once again, I always say I was once a skeptic. You know, back when I was I was telling Peniros, like I first heard about Nubaru back in 1994, reading Right Knowledge. But when I was reading it, I was like, oh, where this guy who wrote this book get his information from? Who's he having conversations with? That was me. That was like ignorant. But then when I got up there, like when I grew up mentally, I realized like, oh, okay, the same information that I was hearing about back in the 90s is still being put out here to this day. You know what I'm saying? By multiple people with different perspectives on it, different opinions on it, but the information is still the same. So it has to be true. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. My father was big on politics, talking about, Haiti's government being corrupted, US and stuff. And I would be like, oh my God, I left the house 4 hours ago. Him and his friends is 4 hours later, still talking about it. Never knew that I would be into it. You know what I mean? When I got older, now I'm into that stuff. Back in the days, you couldn't talk politics around me. You couldn't say this and couldn't say that. I would look at you side eye, like, listen to them talking. Man, they crazy over there. But that was just my ignorant, me being ignorant. But now I'm into it. You can't even take me out of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I get what you said, like earlier, too much of it could be too much. And like Peniros said, you have to check who the message is coming from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, like, okay, who is this guy? Because I used to take a lot of stuff that Alex Jones was saying until people were sending me things and talking about him, like mentioning like, yo, he's kind of weird. I think he might be from the inside. You got to pay attention to the information. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do a lot of research myself. So I don't just take the first thing that I got and just run with it. You know what I mean? I do my little research, see it, from different sides. Like I said, I'm a free thinker. So I dissect things like 1,000 ways. It's like dissecting a frog. We in class, they tell you to cut it 8 ways. I'm cutting it like 20 ways. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So that's just, like I said, information it's for everybody, but not at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I have friends that I was telling certain things about the water wars, because I used to be big on Jesse Ventura's TV show. And I don't know if y'all remember it, it was called Conspiracy Theories. And he was talking about a lot of stuff that's going on now. He was talking about way back then in 2010, 2008. And it's funny that they happening now. So I was hipping people to a lot of stuff. And then now they finally came around. It was like, bro, 10 years ago, I was side-eyeing you. I was calling some of my friends and was like, yo, what kind of weed is Mel smoking? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. They was asking questions, not even knowing. But then, like I said, 10 years later, now they finally catching up to the information, and now they looking at it and they're like, wow, I was side-eyeing you or looking at you weird back then, but now, what you were saying back then is actually happening now, and it's true. So that's why I said, like, some people just have to catch on when they can catch on. You know what I mean? We can try to help people, whether it's family members. It's like the best way I can put it is like an alcoholic. You can try to help the person, bring them to the best AA meetings. If they don't want to help themselves, can nobody save them? You know what I mean? They got to save themselves first. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like Panero was saying earlier, like he don't want soldiers because soldiers can go on a crash dummy mission. You want a general, you know, to really sit down, plan things out, have a game plan, and say, okay, this is how we're going to attack. It's kind of like, you know, how these countries go to war. That's what they do. They go to the highest general and say, okay, we want to invade here. How can the best way we can do it? They don't just say, okay, we're going to do it this way. And you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
So long as that knows not to outshine my rank, then we good.
Correct. You know, that's why I said, like, you know, the people on my street and four streets away, we all on the same frequency. Like I said, every household has things that we can help each other. Some people got a bunch of, you know, first aid stuff. The second house may have a bunch of canned goods. You know what I'm saying? I have like a guy who's already been buying grills with that runs off of the sun. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not gas. You don't use no gas to light it up. You don't need none of that chalk. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So everyone can help everyone. Like I said, I got Army vets that's here. You know what I'm saying? So they teaching tactical and survival stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff, right. You know? So yeah, everybody got a route. We all got a route to go. You know, some of us, these guys, if we hit the waters, they got rafts already, inflatable rafts. Like, listen, I could go on, but I'd rather be prepared than not at all. And then when stuff hit the fan, you're looking at left and right, like, and you're the head of the household. You can't even help the household. You know what I mean? So, you know, if anybody, you know, like I said,
I plan, you know, symbolism. That's the name too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can y'all, or is there a delay?
No, you was just breaking up a little bit.
Again?
Correct. Like sometimes when you speak, it comes out clear. And then certain things you say, it's just like choppy a little bit.
Well, I think I'm going to go because then that's...
You going to go?
This thing is going to be my greatest.
Yeah, I was about to jump off too and, you know, get these little ones.
Where's Panero, where you at?
Panero sounded like he was doing something.
Now he's going to sleep.
Yeah, and PR. Well, Panero, brother, if you can hear me, I appreciate you, man, for having me on. I love it. Foxy, you already know, sis. You know what I mean? We always rocking. And I appreciate you for putting me on to this good brother, man. And I heard about PR, and, you know, this is my first time being on the platform with him. So I appreciate that brother too, man. You know, I appreciate these good brothers and you, sis, and anybody and everybody who tuned in and that was in the chat as well. I appreciate all of y'all, you know.
Yeah, no, I was listening still. I was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I was saluting you, brother. And I was telling you I appreciate you for having me on, man. I always appreciate that.
No, because what it was, I went upstairs, but I had the earpiece in my ear still. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no, definitely make sure you jump on again, man. We always have some good discussions, you know what I mean?
Yes, and I appreciate you.
Know what's going on.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Like I said, I like the way you do it. That's how I was kind of telling Foxy too, because, you know, YouTube's notifications, even if you post it and you hit the notification to remind you, to notify you, it still does it. Yeah, so he always sends me the link. Once he sent me the link, I was like, I'm not going to jump on. I want to, you know, get the kids to be quiet, whatever. So that way, you know, y'all can hear me talk and not hear them in the background and interrupt the show, you know. So I appreciate you, brother. Sis, you know, you going live tomorrow?
Yeah. 30. I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going on tomorrow 30.
Okay.
Right, send me the link to my Instagram directly. Yeah.
Yes, Foxy. Do that too for me. I love it when Panero does it.
Yeah, I will send that out.
Yep.
All right.
So I appreciate y'all, man. You guys stay blessed, stay vigilant, and move militant. Y'all heard?
Yo, blessings.
Yeah.
Blessings, PR, man. Salute to you, man. I appreciate meeting you today.
PR fell asleep.
You too, family.
No, he said he was coming back.
No, I'm here because you remember I told you I do music as well, so I'm here. I'm with my guy.
Yeah, man.
But he's also an engineer as well. You get me? So
come on, big up to the engineer still.
Yeah.
So hold on, PR. You got a YouTube?
I got a YouTube still. I do have a YouTube.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put everything in the description
Okay.
sometime tonight after the show. Because he's got Instagram and everything as well. Yeah, your YouTube, everything's on your page, isn't it? PR.
Yeah. Everything's on my page.
I'm gonna grab everything from there. So for everyone that wants to make sure they subscribe to PRB.
Correct.
I'm sure he's gonna be back on there again as well. So great discussion with you today as well. So yeah. So I'm gonna put
I appreciate y'all.
You know how I do it anyway, Foxy. Everyone's links in the description. Everyone that comes on this show has got a channel. I always put the links in the description at some point after the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I appreciate you. I didn't even know that. Now I know. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Definitely.
You know what I mean? So I'll definitely do this one as well. And also, whoever's on the channel, they actually get a thumbnail as well. They get to go on the thumbnail. So if I've got a picture or something you want me to use, like a logo, I can put it on the thumbnail as well. All right?
Okay. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. Bless
that's what's up.
Everyone in the chat, big up everybody in the chat. Like I just said, if you need to subscribe to any of the people, they'll be in the description. And I'll see you again on tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday, if anything.
Just hit me up behind the scenes, Brother Pinero, if you want to have me come back on. But tomorrow, for those that are interested in getting a midweek check-in, that's where I do my tarot readings for the week, but it doesn't mean it has to stay for the week. It's a timeless reading regarding your health, your finances, and romance. And then Mondays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA time. I do a Mindful Monday where I have conversations like this and some, and I drop the link so if people want to have a conversation about discussion, they can. If anyone's interested in getting a personal reading, they can hit my at Foxy Moon Premieres. If you go into my YouTube channel, you can hit the About section there and click on the link. It'll take you straight away into the website. And if anybody's interested in getting what they call a Valentine's Day romance reading, I'm here for you. So if you want, you guys that before the 14th this month, hit the link and go into the website.
Right. Okay. Excellent. All right, people. Salute.
Big up.
Blessings.
Big up to the chat for holding it down.
Yeah, big up to the chat. They really were here. They were holding it down. Thank you.
Big up. Yeah.
Silence. Complex formation consists of spirals from gravity, geometric through magnetic cycles, macro to micro, a black scrolls of Michael, helical, umbilical cords to spinal, crack codes of vital. Now, molecules at high altitudes begin to move, causing friction, sparks the flames, the particles, the water part, and got it fused. So hot it starts to brew. Within the relativity rules, the atmosphere begins to cool. A transplant without tubes, a surgery without tools. A city begin to build itself in the silence. Kingdoms construct themselves with science, and other atoms join into an alliance. A blueprint without guidance, highly evolved, ether gods agreed upon how to create kingdoms in the quiet. Solar flares, rays blaze the surface of Uranus, enter into Aquarius, unveiling the Venus, starships, the Sagittarius bow to the Virgo goddess. The 9 spheres is coming near. This is how silence created a forest. I came in and bulldozed all those in the game with a full load. Atoms attract like static form and get stuck like wool clothes. In 1982, I witnessed a strange crash outside of cathedrals with stained glass. Cars drove backwards, planes crashed. Babies seemed to age fast. Darkness fell like gray gas. Same technology that the Greys have. The nimbus aura around the flying saucer. Between Earth and them, it's space and mass. From the blue globe to Pluto, to darkness, travel through gray shadows, through the world probes that build castles, from astronauts to aquanauts, sun equinox, the fall tablets, the door to a labyrinth, the 4 horsemen, the Baphomets, the passages, The ghost tribe of most highs, seen through music notes in the sky. Silence forest. Crystals, computers, and DNA, nanowaves, gamma rays, binary Milky Way, vibrating streams, Puma Punku. In Suma, there's a new moon. They construct their own kings. The earth is the queens, surrendering to the moment of still point, clairvoyance, anti-gravity field.
My camera quality is terrible, man.
Just want to say, man, make sure you keep your heads up, people. You know, keep your heads up. That planet there ain't nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. Much love. All blessings to the Most High.